Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah to anybody celebrating later today. We're going to be celebrating Hanukkah as well in our household. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. If you're in Europe or Asia, your day is almost over, but ours is just beginning. Why am I streaming on Christmas? Well, my family delayed their plans. They actually were supposed to get in to do stuff for today, but I was supposed to take today off. But instead, they're going to be here tomorrow for some reason. So tomorrow I'm going to take off. But yeah. Merry Christmas to all of you. What up, Jay? Merry Christmas, Sister Dan, and everyone. Hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you. Thank you. So today we're going to be watching Group B and then playing some ladder. It's going to be a shorter stream, though. I'm not actually going to be watching I'm not going to be streaming for too long. I've been kind of going like, something like 8 to 10 hours, somewhere between that. But today I'll probably just stream like 6 hours, something like that. So a little bit on the shorter side. If you guys don't know what the CN Douyu Cup is, it's basically the equivalent of a Tactician's Cup over in the Americas. And we did Group A yesterday, and today we're going to do Group B. And after they finish group stage, I think later this week, the next week they're going to be doing semifinals during New Year's, and the week after that is going to be the finals, and that qualifies to regionals. So it's kind of a big deal for them. But this is one of like several different circuit platforms that they have, or platform circuits. So Douyu is like one streaming platform. They're gonna do one for Bilibili. They're gonna do one for why can't I think of the name? The other streaming platforms at the moment. Can't think of one at the moment. Anyways, we got Xunge and LiuLi and a couple of other well-known players, a couple of underdogs as well. So it'll be fun. All right, this is Group B. Nice. It's 1 more hour before going to 26. Yeah, the night day is almost over. Morning, Gorgie. How you doing? Merry Christmas. Thank you for streaming today. No problem, Mark. Hope you feel better. Wait, what? I feel okay. I'm just... do I sound sick or anything? I think I'm all right. Feel okay. Thanks for your concern. Happy holidays, Jill. Happy holidays, Frodan. I'm stuck with food poisoning on Christmas. Oh goodness, that is not good. Hope you're recovering. All right, we have gold subscription. We're gonna blaze through this. 1.25 speed. Watch to see if there's any cool tech. Yesterday we saw some really interesting games. We saw some Enforcer, no emblem. We saw Conqueror, no emblem. We saw Urgot reroll. We saw some Bronze for Life flexing. We also saw a lot of the same usual stuff: Chem Baron, Automata, Academy, Black Rose. It's a pretty diverse meta, honestly. Like, I mean, we saw Renata reroll. We're just seeing if maybe some of these people got tricks up their sleeves. There's a couple of new-ish builds surfacing, but I don't know how reliable they are. Also, they play Tristana a lot, so we'll see. Where's our Santa Poro? There's Santa. Oh, you mean like the little legend stuff? Yeah, I don't know. The nerds in here, who is walking out of this room alive? You can't plan, you can't leave unless the two are dead. Doomfist or Dr. Doom versus Doom Guy? I am gonna go with Dr. Doom because that guy is played by an actor that for some reason the Marvel Universe will not allow to be dead. So even if he dies in that room, they'll find a way to bring him back. Well, I have a question. How come you're VOD viewing this tournament every day? How long is this? How are we still in groups? How many days is this tournament? Whoa, relax, man, relax. Do you have any mods? Getting spammed. This is Group B, and then after this, they're going to do Group Last Chance, and then they're going to take a few days break. Then next week, they're going to do semifinals Group A and B, and then the week after that, they're going to do... Oh, we got Lone Hero. And then a week after that, we're going to do the finals. So it's about a 3-week long cup. and the top performers go to regionals. Or can you link this URL? What, this? The tournament I'm watching? Yeah, I'll do it at the end. Stick around. I might link it. Frog, Merry Christmas. All right, Lone Hero Lux. Lone Hero Lux. Yesterday, I tried to get into a spot for it. They play it every single time they can, and they even contest it, so we'll get to see it. Give the goat mod. Right, you right. You right. Let me give a mod. All right, and /mod title _ TFT. All right, that guy's modded. I modded the goat. All right, so we got power up. We got bulky buddies. Bulky buddies at 2-1. Bulky buddies silver 2-1. Probably just the option he had to take because he didn't like his other silvers. 2-1 silvers have a pretty big range on like delayed effects. Things like power up is like it can sometimes win you the game, and sometimes it could be doing nothing. It goes from silver to gold, and you just get like a gold augment, which is not that, which potentially doesn't have power, and then you have something as high as like artifactory on 3-2. Coronation, bronze for life, stuff like that can just like blow the game out of the water. I just reached Emerald today, and it's all thanks to TFTacademy.com. Keep up the great work. Wow. Unpaid ad. Unpaid ad, by the way. Didn't pay that guy. It's Christmas. Frodan, do you like 2-week patches or prefer how a patch sits for a month and people get to really dive into it? I like that they occasionally have patches for a while. I don't want this to be the regular thing, but like a couple times a couple times a year is fine, because you get to really feel like what the patch is. I feel like we're it's a pretty decent patch. Be careful what you wish for, right? Everyone always wishes for the next patch to be better, and then sometimes the patch makes things worse. Like, I think everyone can probably acknowledge at this point that the big patch that changed Fairy last set was not ideal. So, yeah. I actually don't mind this patch. I love TFT Academy. Me too, man. We got some plans for next year to try and continue to improve it. TFT Academy has to go a long way, though. There was a thread today on Reddit that I saw that made me a little sad. It was like a thread saying, why is everyone playing Visionary Sentinels? And then it was like a question. Let me see. The question was, what's up with Sentinels Visionary? In my last 5 games, there's like 4 or 5 forcing Sentinel Visionary. Same comp, same item, even same positioning. I tried searching in Mobalytics, but I couldn't find the exact comp or guide. I tried doing it with 2-star Renata, and it's the easiest, fastest level 10 in my life. I placed second. Even after 5 games, I forgot the exact comp, so I played 6 Sentinels, 4 Visionary, fast 10 to Mel. Then you had the full guide of Sentinels Visionaries. This guy didn't know what to do, so he looked up for Mobalytics, and then they didn't have the Visionary reroll. The whole set has been great in my opinion. I agree. All they do was nerf Fairy, but they just kept nerfing Rakan. Yeah, because they wanted people to play Fairy. They wanted people to play Fairy. Favorite comp for Toxkers? You mean for Toxkers? TFT Academy solves my sex life and brought my father back to life. You know, we weren't even going for that, but I'm happy for you, Optimize. Assuming any of that is true. Why do you think TFT isn't advertised in America but is a huge hit in China? Whoa, TFT is advertised a lot in America. I just don't think it's an easy game to get into unless you like love the fantasy, love the IP, love the genre. You want What do you mean TFT isn't advertised? I'm about to blow your mind. You probably didn't even see this. I'm about to blow your mind. Yesterday, I saw an advertisement by the NFL. Let me see here. Where is it? They're doing Christmas game day stuff. Check this out. We've got League of Legends Arcane Show. They turned Patrick Mahomes into Vi. They turned Russell Wilson into Lucian. Like, what is this? Lamar Jackson is set. Like, this is the NFL, man. This is like as American as it gets. We got Arcane Show. They're advertising Arcane. Now, I understand they're not. That's not advertising TFT, but you have to understand that that's the gateway to it. That's the gateway to it. I actually think Riot paid almost too much money to advertise to audiences that might not even like. Okay, maybe there's like 10 people that care about it. Anyways, they do try. They do try. Part of it is that I think that in Asia in general, League is just much bigger and it's a much bigger audience anyways. The reason why you would want to advertise to Americans is that they have more money. Oh, Lucian was Jace. Oh, Set was Jinx. My bad. I don't know. It looked like the setup of it looked like it was those champions then. That does not look good. Yeah, in my opinion, it didn't look that cool. Merry Christmas, flip-flops. I finally finished quarterback, by the way. That season ended up being really good. There's a Netflix series where they followed the quarterbacks for an NFL season. I've been meaning to get around to it. I've been watching a bunch of sports documentaries in my free time whenever I could with my wife. We finally got a block of free time to watch it, and it was really good, actually. Highly recommend. If you love football, American football. If you love European football, watch it anyways. Maybe you can develop some sophisticated American culture. Backline Swain. Okay, this Bruiser backline Swain. Interesting. Interesting. So he's just playing this as a way to get to... So we've been seeing China play a lot of Emissary Swain Nami. I wonder if he's going to stay on this. I wonder if he's going to stay on this and then go for Black Rose Emissary. They just fast 8 and go for it. LiuLi is a little bit of a cutting edge tech player. Like, he's willing to play things a little bit ahead of the meta. He's also willing to play the good stuff, but he's like one of the players that I pay attention to because he's always trying to bring something new to a tournament if he can, or something different rather. Maybe not new, but different. All 1-star board streaking. I mean, he's got Steb too, but that's not really that much. Lone Hero Lux, red buff double Archangels, climb the ladder. Okay. Does that climb the ladder? Can't tell sometimes. Other than over the past month or so, because of Arcane TFT in general, I've seen 0 advertising anywhere. Well, that might be a failure on Riot. 5 tiers on the carousel. They've advertised a lot. TFT sponsored the Streamer Awards. What do you mean? The Streamer Awards hosted by Cutie Cinderella. It was sponsored by TFT. Have you seen Receiver? Not yet. We're going to go with it next. Well, at the moment, we're actually watching the Tour de France series next. I've been wanting to watch it for a while. My wife's not into cycling at all, but I think the Tour de France is pretty awesome. So I've been wanting to watch it for a while. So now we're going through that. Yeah, this guy is looking for a sword for Bloodthirster. There's a Renata comp as well. So we have Renata, we have Lux. Any other rerolls? Is this Climb the Ladder? I think this is Climb the Ladder. Let me go ahead and look at the augment list. You know what's annoying about the lack of stat sites? It's like there's no page where I can easily just look up the augments and search for it. It used to be just like look at a stats page for augments and you can like look and look at the list, but now it's like have you watched the Aaron Rodgers special yet? We haven't gotten around to it. We're trying to like go through different things before, like we don't want to grind all the football content because we still have things to watch this season, so it's like easier to watch it during the off season, if that makes sense. Like we like watching those things when we miss a sport and we want to catch up. So you know, when the tennis season is over, we'll like watch Breakpoint or something like that. Or if we want some, if we're missing Formula One, although let's be real, Formula One season is so long now that you don't really get time to miss it. But like we'll watch like Drive to Survive. Did you like Macau or Vegas more? Oh, I like Vegas more, but that's because I had so many more of my friends there. Vegas last year was like all the NA people that I like. Everywhere I walked, I met like a new person that I either saw in chat or I saw on ladder. And I also think that the American audience was way more hype about TFT, but that's because I think Macau is too. It was like I think that Riot did Macau for the theme and also because they wanted to make it easier for foreign travel. But I think that if they were to like snap their fingers and pick a better location, like the optimal location, I'm pretty sure it should have been in Shanghai. I think it should have been in Shanghai, and it would have been like a much different environment, and like the whole venue would have been constantly packed. The venue was like too big because there were a lot of people there, but they didn't fill it out completely, so it made it feel like it was like kind of small. But there's a lot of people there, just that the venue was freaking huge. It was so huge. To walk to the bathroom took like 10 minutes, man. And we were on end to end. It just took way too long. They only filled like half of the space, but yeah. Jojin Nashers. So Xunge, he's playing Silco, but he's just right now temporary carrying Casio. Hogmaw 1. Hogmaw. So cool. So cool. How do you feel about Paris? Oh, I think Paris is a great destination. I'm pretty sure Paris is gonna be hyped. There's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be great because all the NA players are just gonna be like, I don't know anyone. And I'm gonna know all the EU players because I hang out with EU people all the time. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. NA players have to face the EU audience that they flame all the time. All right, Shojin Nashers JG Ziggs2. He has a big dupe. No one to use it on though. Oh, you can use it on Elise. That's not doesn't move the needle enough though, because Elise's job is to just one cast and then die. Asians in general don't show as much energy as Westerners. That's why. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's 100% true. Have you ever gone to? Have you ever seen those K-pop concerts? The marketing is working. TFT players are not the demographic for TFT advertising. The problem is player onboarding, like League. A lot of new players pick up the game then drop it. Oh, that's also a good point. Some people like some TFT players are a little bit weird about it, where they're like, "Oh, I need to be the one at like they're not advertising to me, so I feel like they're not advertising to anyone." Yeah, they do advertise TFT a lot. I know that like if there's anything, by the way, they spent a lot of money on advertising this year, and TFT actually has a lot of new players trying out the game. The game is too fast, man. Yesterday, I tried to play a hyper roll game with my wife, and we were both having a nice night under the influence, and we were trying to play a game of hyper roll, And the game, I swear, is way too fast, man. We were just trying to talk about like what was going on because she's like, I don't understand how to play Rebels.
嗯，如果想给左一吃到的话，就刚去一个红 buff。
In my lobby, just witnessed 10 rebels lose to Mage Armor Lone Hero Lux with 3 Archangel sponsored Academy items. Is that legal? They're gonna nerf it next patch. 10 rebels lose to that? Yeah, I can see it. If there's not enough single target bursts on the rebel side. I'm so hyped for Paris. I couldn't afford to go to Vegas or Macau, but I'm definitely gonna go to this one. Yes. And I think for Paris, they're probably gonna increase capacity. Like they have to increase the player sign up. Because imagine you waited 3 years for the open, but you just lost out on the roulette for tickets for competitor tickets. That just sucks. I personally believe, and then this is me. I personally believe they should add 1 day to the event and uncap registration. And then you just like if you're like below a certain like whatever, and you're an unseeded player or you're like an open player, you just play in the slog fest that is the open, and they uncap it. I personally believe they should do that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating the logistics behind that. They had 2 people try to sign up to compete, by the way. This is like gain extra AP, I guess. Thank you for the impact on the game. No problem. NA has no new blood. They do. You guys just like to shit on them all the time. There's actually a lot of new blood in NA, but the problem is 1, milk. You don't scout new talent. 2, you guys constantly shit on anyone trying to be new blood, and all you like to do is just talk about how bad they are all the time. You don't. NA doesn't really foster new talent. They just try to flame them all the time. And then 3, you guys, NA's become quite cliquey. Like a lot of people don't even. They're not. It's like we used to kind of be much more open and sharing, but now everyone kind of retreat within their own groups. So yeah, of course there's not new talent because you're not paying attention and you try to actively suppress them and you do nothing to help them. So yeah. Nocturne 3. And you're also wrong. There is new talent, but you're just not paying attention.
看着像。
反正他都移动了，肯定不是根深蒂固。还有堡垒也是还可以，但是法师护甲绝对是最好。
There's plenty of bad blood. Not in North America. There's actually not much bad blood in North America. There's very little of it. China has some bad blood. EU has some bad blood. But there's not much. Oh, Prism. Oh my god. Wait, that might save his game. That might save his game. You take a Heimer item here. I mean, you have the 3 items that are 4 Heimered, and you can also take Light Shield Crest, which is also generically good. I might take Light Shield Crest, honestly. Or we might just actually itemize Jace instead. Oh, this is actually tough. Heimer 1's kind of fake, so maybe just itemize Jace. So you take Mana Zane for Jace. He's putting the crystal in front. So he itemizes Heimer. Gem. Oh, I think I would have played this turn pretty differently. I think like okay, so we have no AP shred. So I feel like itemizing Heimer here doesn't matter. I'd rather put 3 items on Jace. And I'd rather go for Mana Zane on Jace. And I'd probably put the crystal in the back still. Okay, Frodan, this year, who is the new people in NA? So, Bruce has been climbing a lot. I think he's like someone that people are paying attention to, and he's been doing pretty well. Marcel has been taking it much more seriously. He's like actually trying to compete more often. Jungle Book is a player that made regionals, and he's like relatively new. He's only been competing for a couple of sets. Dank Memes is now focusing on the game, and he's been doing well and climbing. And he's been pretty consistent as well.
所以他这个金大金银血的话收益就不太高，不过也无所谓啊，首先平民了。
And like, what do you want? You want 15, 20 people who are constantly pushing rank 1? You know that's not how it works, man.
这边同样跟勇敢去飞都快拽了。
Droobies, thank you for 3 months. I'm a big frontline Jace Tower fan. Even when you backline him, I was told, but I had other people like Asa DMing me, correcting me for doing that. I did that a couple times just to try it out, and he was DMing me. He thought that I didn't know how that worked. He's like, Frodan, I don't know if you know, but if you put the tower in the front line while you backline Jace, you only get attack speed for your frontline units. You don't get it for the back line. I was like, and he was messing. Bless his heart, Asa did that because he thought I didn't know. I did know. I was experimenting with the mechanic, and he was like, "Yeah, in case you didn't know."
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Oh my god. 3-star Lux Radiant BT.
打死的还真有点难啊。
Disgusting.
勇敢去飞先拽了吗？
敢去飞先电了，看一下选秀，
这个兰博，
兰博好像
中央不要吗？可以开哨兵嘛？不过他可能上不去人口。
The Lux just sold the entire team twice. Oh yeah, Lone Hero Lux is so busted, you guys.
还不出6哨兵的列
Hex, thank you so much. Merry Christmas as well. Lone Hero Lux is insane. How did that Lux get past PBE? Because people weren't playing it on PBE.
这里是2
People weren't playing on PBE. It wasn't that common, and like even people, believe it or not, people were playing that like even on live, and people still didn't know about it. It's been around since the beginning of the set, and it's now just a thing that popped up the past few days because it started getting some notoriety.
你上去肯定要快点叠技能的呀，他都快，他2波就拽了，还不叠。
可能还是觉得乌鸦能打点伤害，但是这个对比赛来说，这个梅尔很关键，能不能救下他？
Titans on Swain the back line. That's pretty suboptimal. So he played Black Rose, and he's playing Heimer Swain duo carry. I mean, I guess it might be good enough for a top 4. Just bleed out in HP.
拼的很多。
Why have they not fixed Lone Hero Lux? I think it's probably because today is Christmas, and they've been on the holidays, and there's literally nobody there to fix it at the moment because I don't know. I think maybe Riot might give them a day or 2 off around this time of year. Has Lone Hero Lux even won a lobby in this tournament yet? No, it hasn't. It's gotten 3rd or 4th every game. But I'm pretty sure he might win this time. I feel like this Lone Hero Lux setup might win the game. We'll see. Here we go. Here we go. 1v6, 1v5, 1v4, 1v2. Nice.
还是很关键。不过可惜不是下一波玉啊，这一波玉的话，莫甘娜还没上。
勋哥那里倒下了。
When you see Lone Hero, the first thing you think is melee carry. Oh, is it? I feel like I feel like I always thought about it as range carry because the melee carries are much more likely to die in the first half of the fight. I think Lone Hero always was going to be a range carry unit or range carry augment.
哎呦，金色的很多钱，有30块不？哦呦，那下一波是哪里啊？那已经不是没有阿卡丽，
没有阿卡丽。
那要不先递一递？
这个
总不能上10递吧？
I feel like Lone Hero is not bad. It is stupid. At least it gives you good losses all the time, and it's not just a giga busted stomp where you take infinite damage. Okay, well this game I think it might be a stomp. I'm pretty sure this Lux high rolled so hard, and yeah.
其实开不开伏击专家
Also, I believe he's playing Sorcerer Lux with Climb the Ladder, which I think is pretty clever as well. So that way he can get a bunch of the stats.
但是石烂饭你也不好打拉克斯，你石烂饭得挂个莫甘娜，莫甘娜还是要。
Oh my god, this LiuLi is also covering the HP bar. We can't even tell what's going
基
on.
本上就是满血的，根本就没人打得掉他的血。
No one has the counter to Lux. Morgana. Where's the Morgana counter? Also, I'm gonna do as a PSA. Sorry to the Lux players there, but apparently there is a hard counter to Lux. You just play Morgana and she can't shield herself.
没石烂饭你也是输。
So all you do is you play Morgana, and if you know like 1v1, this person should be rolling down looking for Morgana to try and reduce her shields, and then she doesn't do anything anymore.
他好像没动啊，他的钱还是69。他可能在等下一波自然嫖阿卡丽，然后再拉人。
反正也只被入一只嘛。
Everyone's like complaining about it. Imagine if all you needed was 1 gold to counter it, but you guys were too busy yapping and not thinking about the game.
这边能不能摇个大奖给他弄出去？摇个大奖。
He has 10 rebel. How's that possible? He's level 9.
这拉克斯太变态了呀！
要操作了，哥们儿，阿卡丽有没有？
Victor.
哎，拉10滴阿卡丽吗？
I don't. The funny thing is, I don't think Victor does enough here. Okay, now he has 10 rebel. Now he has 10 rebel. Oh boy. Okay. Do you think 10 rebel beats this? Oh, he wants to play Savika for the one-shot kill. He wants to play Savika for the one-shot kill. He's playing two CC units theoretically.
搭档，我们都记错了。但是他这个石蓝发的话
He's also not positioning Jinx to stun the Lux at the beginning, but whatever. Okay, here comes the Savika.
不知道不清楚。
Here comes the Savika. She's dead.
这真有点感觉这个都可以禁用了。
10 rebel.
那也太超模了。
10 rebel.
他这一把确实也做到了。
Uh-oh, guys. I feel like 10 rebel might lose.
哎，打死了，打死了。
OK， 打过了。
Just kidding.
看一下选秀还有没有蓝发。
他是加时赛，然后这个。
Man, all you guys are just so bad. Hyperbole Harrys. Like, come on. What do you guys? You guys are just frothing. They have the capital RIOT ready typed out, ready to spam it. Like, oh, I get to type riot in all caps in chat.
有空的呀。哎 ，bug 了，兄弟。
我发现了。
You're so trigger happy about ready to just make fun of riot. You guys just can't wait. You guys can't wait. Just calm down. Calm down. It's gonna be okay.
确实，这个狼人对他来说收益不高。
Do you think they know about Morgana? I mean, they're at level 10. They're actually way more likely at this point to find like Victor 2 than a Morgana, probably. I don't know what the emote means. It's just like an emote that implies that they're yelling at Riot because they think Riot like can't balance the game or did something bad with design.
他的这个孤胆触发的太慢了，被人掉了一半血才。
是的。
Rennie also beats Lust if you can get her to walk and stun. That is true. I've seen Rennie also really stall her out. I'm assuming you have the DPS to back it up. Why give up unlikely duo for Warwick? Warwick. Oh, he wants to execute the Lux, I guess. He's trying to execute the Lux. So that way, when she gets to a certain threshold, he just ends up killing her instead of like going through the shields. I don't know. Also, oh, because he also gets locked out, right? Oh, dude, Warwick's actually kind of going ham. Holy cow. Never mind. He died. Victor? I see. I see. Yeah, it was Savika. All right, guys, spam it, spam it. You guys know what to say. Riot! Riot! And rebel. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't think that Warwick did enough.
但是
He does not know about the Morgana counter. If you see a lone hero Lux in your lobby and you're doing well, you need to save the Morganas.
需要天时地利人和嘛，
All right, ads BRB game 2.
下嘛，然后给拉
Dear Riot Games, a one cost reroll won a lobby.
不过
How could this be? How are you so inept at your job as to allow a one cost to win the game? Yeah, it's actually such a disingenuous take. It beat 10 Rebel, which is pretty insane.
一则
It beat 10 Rebel, which is just ridiculous. Lone Hero Lux beaten 10 Rebel. Oh my god. But if you think about it, it's because 10 Rebel, it does massive amounts of AoE.
但是这波好像敌不到啊，很烦
And so like Lone Hero Lux would be theoretically like one of
这
the
么暂时敌不到的，
insane things that could like
我看
soft counter it, because Rebel doesn't have that much single target burst. They just try to go for insane amounts of
这种地
AoE.
方是有可能可以敌到两个。这边都在叠小炮嘛，然后这边放下来。
这里2张小炮，
He was beating the Lux and then changed comps and lost. Is that what happened? That's exactly what happened. He was beating the Lux and we're like, ah, okay. And then he decided to sub out Savika for Warwick and then lost.
多了一个闪剑开，4个闪剑，
然后这边2炼金在等什么东西？
I thought Savika was better, but I was open-minded to the Warwick.
很变态的。
And yeah, now I just think that was wrong.
试验平转嘛，拿了
Did they have Garen the whole time? Yeah, he was like doing spite Garen on the backline or something like that.
很逊，
试验品确实是不厉害，
一般玩老鼠开3试验品就够了，高试验根本就没有。
包括开了7试验品之后都没多强。
The real riot is that Warwick sucks. I mean, I don't think Mel would have won that either, and I don't think people say Mel
有
sucks.
牌然后加上
I just think you weren't he just wasn't using the units correctly. The 6 costs, you guys have to remember, the 6 costs are utility
义
threats,
卖 NOC，
and you have to understand when to use them.
他就
Except Victor is just so ubiquitous
所以他现在就不能买
that you just put Victor in every comp, so that's the exception. But like, sometimes you play
应该是选择不要
Warwick, sometimes you don't, and that's a good thing. You're not supposed to like. Do you want every 6 cost to be Warwick tier, or sorry, Victor tier, where just like
打工牌也比较贵，
want
2块的
every 6 cost no matter what to go onto your
分
board
到头脑先
and
混
finish the game?
划水，
第一个
I don't think so.
海克斯还是很赚的，
If anything, they just need to tone down the amount of
没有
like
经济的城邦
versatility Victor
把
has.
投资给
But
什么了
I mean, the thing is,
这边2哨兵2
Victor's too
先插
good.
很硬，
So it's like, you know, saying, "Oh, Warwick sucks. Warwick sucks." It's like, I don't think Warwick sucks actually. I think he's fine.
可以刮好几个，还可以回血，本身就有饮血剑。
I think he's fine.
你知道现在就是外交官乌鸦也很强，
对外交
I like the 6 cost. Yeah, I think 6 costs are actually pretty fun.
有这个资金
I was actually when I was on the plane back from Macau,
不过我不是很
I was like
真的还蛮
kind of excited to look forward to playing the TFT because I hadn't played for like 2 weeks.
然后还有一把拿的是，
And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to play some 6 costs.
都吃了挺多分的。
Now, let me turn off these chat
乌鸦
comments.
反正到后
The
面
scroll on the top is this is how they show chat on screen. They scroll left to right with chat
而且
comments,
团长他也是能 C 的，
chatting.
加上前面有一个大概轮，
这里是星夜，玩列娜塔，
In my opinion, 6 costs were the worst addition they've ever made to the game. Period. Oh shit. The worst addition they've ever made to the game.
确实是奔着列
Did
娜
you start? When did you start
奔着
playing?
列娜塔去了，装备也对，待会儿再拿个。
Because if that is what you think is the worst addition to the game,
大天使，
then I think that you've had a pretty good TFT experience, man.
这边
That's like when it was like, remember in high school when this girl who I was pretty good friends with in my poli-sci study group was like, she got rejected from her favorite school or the school that she wanted to go to, and she said, "This is the worst day of my life."
有一个比
And I'm like, wow, sounds like you've had a pretty amazing life.
这个版本还是蛮
I'm like, wow, that's pretty amazing. Sick
不用
flex.
不要太烂就行。
This is the worst thing that's ever happened.
那
块钱的眼泪，
They stunned my board for 2 seconds.
他是有眼的，没大棒。
对他需要大棒
8 seconds into the fight, they stunned my whole board. Oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. Well, that's the worst thing ever. Oh jeez. You didn't play the game where you didn't play the TFT when literally all you did was play a 1-star Pantheon or a 1-star Gangplank and it deleted the entire board. It didn't even matter. Like you couldn't even play the game.
可能这3件比较。
Like at the start of 2 seconds, like it instantly cast and you instantly lost.
他其实就是捡破烂的。
You didn't remember when a single 1-cost 1-star would let you fast 9 because it had a single shadow item on? Yeah, you just didn't play much of TFT in other sets. I've been playing since set 1, but only ranked since set 7.
辛吉德对主 C 的提升太大。
I mean, you played set 7, man.
迅哥这里又是经典的一个运营，这边已知皮城的第一。
Like I don't even feel like 6 costs even makes the first ballot. Like I'm pretty sure if we would go through some of the worst things in TFT history, 6 cost doesn't even begin to. It doesn't have anything near the level of bullshittery of anything's in the past in TFT. But again, I understand. You said it's your opinion. You know, I'm not trying to take away from your experience. It could be very much the worst thing that you feel like they've ever had to the game. I just think that means that TFT's been awesome for you.
老鼠这张牌，反正大家能2就行了，也不太追求要神3什么，都能爽。
I agree, but Gangplank was fun. Yeah, see? Do you see? You know what's gonna happen? I'm willing to put. Anybody want to take a bet on how long it takes for people to start being nostalgic about Victor as a 6 cost? Like, yeah, well, Victor was like fun because you could just like play him or whatever. And now we get this stupid AoE thing that doesn't even work. I think that it's gonna happen in like less than 2 months when set 14 drops. What is this useless AoE unit that sometimes CCs the board? At least like when they had Victor, we could like do this and it felt good. Like I feel like immediately it's gonna happen.
这螃蟹前期有盾就很厉害。
Oh, Experiment Emblem. I love Experiment Emblem. Experiment Emblem. Nunu. So he has Nunu 2. Soji was telling me that he thinks that Experiment Emblem's true average placement is in the 3s on 2-1. It's like way too good early, and it just snowballs your tempo so hard. Because it's basically +2 extra units, and if you upgrade anything, you just get so much tempo. It's like better cloning facility. It's almost like you get 2 cloning facilities. Twice as strong as the gold augment.
这里感觉可以考虑去走一个蓝发。
他开局做出了这个破防者加这个反甲。
Yeah, it's just my opinion. I don't like losing win streaks or losing more HP after I stack the stage, all because someone hit a 0.1% chance. My wife said, then don't play. Wow. My wife's flaming you from down the hallway. It's not 0.1% chance. Also, it's not every 6 cost, because you're saying like if they just hit the every 6 cost, that's what ends up happening. It's not true, but it's all good. But I'll say it. She's right. I think 6 cost in the set is fine. Just Victor's too strong compared to the other 2. I think that's an excellent summary of it. Prismatic 3-2. Someone took Tiniest Titan. Really? I haven't taken that on 3-2 in a long time. 4 belts. So this is I guess, is he actually playing Conquer Tempo, or is he actually trying to get into AP? I think he's holding Victor. Sorry, he's holding Silco, so probably leaning into Dominators. I guess he's open to a bunch of different things. I've been trying to carry Swain one in the back, and sometimes this guy pops off, and sometimes this guy does nothing.
反正只要你是玩外交的，这个肯定是可以拿。你如果
I don't
不
quite
是玩外
understand it
交的话
myself.
那是可以拿边。这个直接把乌鸦给卖了。
The reason why people complain about Victor so much is because it's happening right now, and people don't like losing. It's just like
外交官
they still like if you actually really think about it, Riot has still not fixed losing in TFT,
很弱很弱。
and they haven't. And that's just like the ultimate thing that they need to figure
如果不是
out
玩炼金的，
if you really think about it.
反正中间的最小巨人感觉除了玩炼金拿了。
Because if they took out Victor, you know what you guys could be complaining about? Everything else. It does. If 6 costs weren't around this patch, you guys would be complaining about Chem Baron
感觉这儿追出来以后
like non-stop.
不必了，可以拉6了已经。
And then if that was nerfed, you guys would be complaining about what else? Like artifact knock. Like you guys would just latch onto whatever else is it. They haven't fixed losing to bullshit
安倍萨
in TFT, and that will like always be something that it feels bad.
没有无人问津，
勇敢去飞这里应该是哎，没拿头吧？不知道，看一下他的装备就知道了。
I think my Victor is weaker than the enemy Victor. Well, that's just okay. I will say there's one thing that I want to complain about Victor
呃，
is that
2把全套。
I actually think Victor's fine, believe it or not. I've come full circle. I was on the Victor is complete utter nonsense. Oh, 10 damage.
好大。
Ooh, that's not good.
之前看比赛三把猴子，一把
Ooh, that's not good.
开始炸了。
I've come full circle. I don't even think Victor's that bad. But I will say that the one thing that pisses me off about Victor so much is when 2 people have Victor and then one just randomly casts before the other, and it just ends up being a huge fight swing. That I think is utter BS. I think they should just make them go at the same time, and just like they cancel each other out. That seems fair. That actually even seems balanced. But like instead, one cast before the other, and it's just random. It's like okay.
给心急得的，
偷偷先给
Well, I guess
然后
yeah.
后面
It's like in Hearthstone Battlegrounds when it's like 50-50 and it's just one unit attacks,
这里已经
like
非常
one
不错
person just attacks first before the other.
多触发一点新叶的概
Oh
念。
my god, 8th Morgan shop. That's terrifying. It's terrifying.
可能其他英菲
Just you're gonna get locked out of the one cost.
上人扣。
会很
You
骗
sell
人
more. You
这
sell
种
Vex to buy Morgana. You roll. You see Vex. You're
装备我一般都不留，后面再说。
有2星就够了，真也就列纳塔跟辛吉德是最重要的。你把钱花光了，你列纳塔怎么办？
People act like the lobby hitting 6 cost is the only reason they bought for is always hilarious. Well, what they're trying to say is they feel like
成装还给个经历
people are getting bailed out from spots, and they feel like they have
这装备玩大头，反正就是
it's
好用
disproportionate for the input relative to the output. They don't like. I understand exactly what people are saying sentiment wise. I think that their complaints don't really hold up to scrutiny personally, but I understand where the complaints coming from. They're saying the relative like input
更优一些。
and output is disproportionate because all this person did on the other side of the screen was like roll which they were going to do anyways, and they get rewarded for something that was like very very unlikely to happen, and they get like a lottery bailout, right?
要开始惊天魔盗头。
俊哥这个兰博来的这么早，那感觉收了呀这一把。
And so
全员神偷嘛。
but like the reality is
他如果
that
玩外交的话
happens
确实是可以的
across the board in a multitude of ways, and 6 cost is just a very flashy way to do it, because that's also the case with augments. That's also the case if they roll down and hit a 2-star 5 cost on 8. That's also the case if I don't know, something else equivalent happens to that with a percentile chance.
不把对对对。
Like a spatula ends up on their side on
就
carousel,
把飞机放上去了，
and like
给飞机个偷偷
you know
玩
it's like a point, you know, that kind of
这是
stuff.
刀妹
They just don't like that, and then the optics of 6 cost just feel really bad to them because immediately their mind goes to, well, they hit this victor, so they win the game.
对。
And then they're validated because a lot of people echo that sentiment, right? Streamers say that all the time,
哇小杨那边
and
要很
the
多个
player
头
base
玩
believes
这个
that, so they just get kind of a bad rap for being like the reason that people are like losing.
银色的话也有偷偷，哎有真有偷偷， 我靠，那润的呀，他这
But
个
if
白他这个
someone
这个
hits
场上提升最大。
a 0.1% chance to hit a specific augment combination,
这个那里拿了一个药物，给了一张兰博，很舒服，能霸击地
that's
上。
something as well. But I guess like, you know, part of it is that I think might be expectation
拿
setting
了一个
too.
战力
I think a lot of people are gravitating towards when Mort Dog said that you would 6 costs are going to be
不
rare.
能倒的呀。
And I think what
他们俩倒了
they needed to work on that messaging. One,
出来
they're not rare if you play a lot of TFT. They're not rare at all. You see them every game. And two, they need to clarify saying that it's the player themselves probably won't hit it, but you're going to be losing a lot
他
to
们
it.
要不卖了吧，卡钱了。
I think if they set that expectation, then
这个六斗老鼠，反正
players would probably feel less bad about it. Probably not. They would still find a way to complain about it.
现在就缺一张蜘蛛去给前排吃一下导师制。
Bruiser Twitch.
他斗转应该还是要想给蒙多。哎呦，
哎呦，这
But he's
一下
not playing around Bruiser Mundo. He's playing around Bruiser and
斗
Best.
转应该还是要，那给他也
Interesting.
行好吧。
Not even bothering
那
with
其实蒙多站格子会好一点。
Bruiser on Mundo. Do we still anomalize Mundo here? Or are we supposed to anomalize somebody else?
他可能蒙多只是当导师。
Merry Christmas, awesome nerd.
这会儿
They sounded like you would maybe see one every other game.
我这里是没有。
Yeah, they messed up on messaging about it. I do agree about that.
贝卡不变的
这是什么？
变四
2星末的凯撒。
If you were to ask me though, would I want 6 costs to stay in the game? No, I don't think so. But I think that they're an interesting idea, and I think if they find a way to bring it, like I think that
还有一个
6 costs as they exist isn't a bad thing. It isn't a bad thing. If they just tied it to level, for example, I think most players would probably feel like that would make sense. But then, you know, a lot of players would probably hate 6 costs for it because they're like, well, they just got like they got ahead and then they rolled at 9 or they rolled at 10 and they got access to 6 costs and I don't have access to 6 costs and I lose, right? Like they would find a way to complain about it anyways. But I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with 6 costs.
可惜没有终身黄铜，如果有终身黄铜的话，这一套还
They tied to level, nobody's rerolling. Yeah, exactly. Like you can't hit it as a reroller, so it feels like it grabs it. I don't think that's a problem with 6 costs.
但是蒙多二了。还是把
He did go for Bruiser on Mundo, so he switched out the Embessa. I think he just wanted to play whatever he could hit first.
主要蒙多踩格子太重要了。所以双阳大
I feel like I've noticed an uptick in the amount of Twitch players. I think some people are like actually giving Twitch a fair shake now.
一定能够清得
He
完
seems relatively more played now. I would say that there's like 0.8 Twitch players per lobby
双
now.
阳这边好像有点顶不住了，
嗯，
主要这把有点久，
时间地铁了。
猜到太久
Is。there anything inherently right with 6 costs? Yeah.
半盾，
Yeah.
你不是六斗的，
Yeah, there is.
进不了。
It's exciting.
见到慢盾的话是可以拿的。
And believe it or not, people want things to be exciting and explosive in
他这个
TFT.
坦克专家其实对于蒙多来说感觉也一般吧，这种装备
他不。敢低太多，
对，但是没钱了。
They want a novel experience. A lot of people in TFT play it
不过
for
好像
fun.
两把都
Okay, yeah, I'm dropping the F bombs.
这
I'm
已经
dropping
有
the
那
F
个
bombs.
了，就是不
A lot of people play TFT to have fun. They want to just explore the game, build some fun traits.
看能不能
They want to have like a couple of moments, like couple of like, oh shit,
点难得二，
that's like a cool combo, and then oh wow, look at that, it pops off.
不要舔，还需要蓝补。
And 6 costs can do that because they're like, whoa, what does that even mean? Like, what if I play a 6 cost?
打到了一个蓝
Like, oh, I would love to do that. And like, oh, his Victor went crazy. Like, I want a Victor, right? And then they play their 20, 25 games,
人手都有装
and they're like, wow, that was cool. All right, I'll go like, and then their friend hits them up for like Marvel Rivals.
是的，然后
Like, all right, cool, that was sick.
大嘴是直接点到了。
And then they forget about TFT, but then they want those players to come back. There's a lot of players like that. There's millions of players like that.
那好像可以上九，上九的话
Is there anything inherently right with 6 costs?
勇敢去飞，这里是4外加
Man.
4铁血。
I think we're too far deep down the rabbit hole.
不知道他舔的一边是什么，待会儿
他这个已经很明显了呀，变大，
哦变大我的，
已经变得这么大了。
因为他本来就2星嘛，本身感觉就挺大的。他这个看看有
Now,
没有
but then here comes the thing: is TFT? Some people say like, well, then TFT is not for me
就
anymore.
这身装备其实就不错啊。
You know, they're
然后
clearly
他
not targeting me. It's
绑
like
buff 给别
that's
人，
fair.
给个
I
夜
can't
刃
say
也
anything about that. For Conqueror Emissary, this is a PBE build. We played this build on PBE, except we didn't play Sorcerer. We didn't play 3 Sorcerer. We played I think
其
Gangplank
实就不错啊。
because Gangplank was busted.
绑 buff 给别人，给个夜刃也行。
Adding in Form Swapper, it's cool.
阿拉上个杰斯，这里还
And
没
if
看啊
and if that's the case, I'm not here to stop you. I think that
装备也对，
那
没
现在
瓦不进啊，
I think 6 costs are fine.
也行吧，给维古斯用一下吧。
然后这里也是遇到了一
They're
个
pretty cool ways to cap the boards. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think they're
感觉
cool.
他这个老鼠走不远啊。
他这个老鼠确实很瓜，好吧？但是好像其实把辛吉德给射掉了，小梁这边好像。
Let me ask you something. We've been having problems with design space for 5 costs as well.
被射完了。
Is there anything good about 5 costs? Maybe because everyone wants to just reroll and play around 4 costs. Maybe we should just cut the 5 costs.
怎么办呢？
Just do 1, 2, 3,
这也是
4 costs
拉人口也拉不上去。
instead.
哎呦，这边开局疲转怎么？
Yeah, you know what? It's 5 costs are problematic when they're because if there's a 5 cost tank, everyone plays it, and 5 cost carries can't
Man,
be
I'm getting more
overpowering
dogged again.
because then they just end up overwhelming everything late game. Let's just delete 5 costs.
他这个事件还是蛮重要的，他只是没记到。
有的，下面有一张维古斯，他没留，
那
我以为
我说实话，他是个昏子，好吧？
But I think everyone realized that deleting 5 costs is like
我
a
以为他
terrible
拉
decision.
上一张维古斯，刚好是1块钱嘛，然后蚂蚱还可以留一下，但是他直接干。
Raptor, thanks for the 22 months. What up, man? Everything that is fun for a casual player seems like a nightmare for competitive TFT. I don't think that's true either. I actually think that there's plenty of examples where people loved it for fun and for the competitive players. For example, I think Heartsteel was a huge hit amongst casual and competitive players.
很漂亮，是云顶之弈第一个赛季。
I think people loved Heartsteel. Can we switch POVs? Observer, wake up.
可以看得出
Observer?
非常的有历史的价值。
上古时代的宝贝，
Bro's too busy pulling his gotcha waifus.
这里已经开始冒火了，
Come on, man,
这也是
wake
一
up.
个龙魂的老鼠。
Augments. Augments are a really good example of something that was good for the competitive and the casual player.
感觉老鼠这个阵容，
I know there's gonna be some competitive players that argue against it. People who truly hate
更
augments,
不用挑站位。
like and think that it's like TFT needs to get off of augments.
蒙狗带的装备啊，
Those people are the ones that baffle me the most because that's clearly not gonna happen, and they just every set stick around and say the exact same thing. They're like, they need to delete augments. They need to delete augments. They need to remove augments from the game. And I'm just like, that's just not what the game has become anymore. I don't know.
15滴血，下波回2滴17滴。
But anyways, there's augments were good. There's plenty of examples like that. I'm just trying to take very easy, like
主要
hard
是
to
开这个
disagree
2
with.
星的莫德凯撒，
This observer guy is just a little bit slow.
当这里是4连胜了。
Okay, experiment Twitch. So you're telling me that they just play dry Twitch, no experiment +1? He just slams Rage Blade and hopes that he hopes that he can get to 9 and hit the 5 costs. That's Korol, by the way. The pseudo. He's a player who made it to League World Finals.
是铁血的，
I don't think I would play TFT if they got rid of augments. I think many people agree with that.
后排还有一个杰斯补一下输出。
This Mordekaiser's items are not very good
把
though.
夜刃给捡了好了，
Archangels.
buff 也行吧，应该也没什么问题这种。
Okay, but Quicksilver and Red Buff.
他本身
They have no
还是也有
shred.
吸血，莫德凯撒本身也有吸
This
血。
Mordekaiser just wailing away on a D-Claw and can't actually kill it.
这边大黑棍很得敲，
有机会吗？杰斯
Jace.
能秒掉吗？
No. Oh, he traded, and the Hextech Force
杰斯
survived.
很
Nice.
像上个赛季的维鲁斯，技能的后摇有点长。他们这里是已经冒火了，前4了。
Your streams are such a positive vibe. You had this amazing way of making everyone feel welcome, and your energy is just contagious. Thanks
我好像记
for all
得
the
好像
effort you put into
然
creating
后这
such an
里本
awesome
来感
community.
觉
Oh, thank you.
都要没了，
Made by
两家老鼠要
ChatGPT.
进决赛圈了吗
啊？
这边又遇到了一个这个，只要他有两
Well, at
星
least-
了，这边补起来了，这边蜘蛛
At least
控控不见
something appreciates me, I guess.
蜘蛛
一
哇
共控了好
完
多。
控完所有人，
女警看一下女警的发挥，女
打不
警的
打得动？
打到狙到后面了，老鼠再补一刀
列娜塔还没死，。列娜塔还没死，列娜塔如果再放技能要赢了。哦，那列娜塔
Oh my god. This is the problem with Twitch. You just can't finish off the things like the Renata.
女警的两
Although
发
I'm
子
pretty
弹
sure
都
that if you
打
killed the
到了
Renata, the
上
rest of the units
最
would
后
have
一
cleaned
发
it up
才打到
anyways.
那个列娜塔
That's
手
still not a bad
手
top
快
four though.
快
Wait,
然后
Twitch
那一丝
two
血
people
老鼠也
top
下来
forward?
很可惜。
Crazy. Wait, wasn't there an experiment player as well? Did all there's 3 play Twitch this lobby? That is
这个产
insane.
量最少也有个第二了。
他如果想吃的话，
It's okay, Frodan. I appreciate you. Thank you, Sushimon. Do you not celebrate Christmas? How come you're streaming the CN
稍
Cup?
微挑一下
这个炸弹人
I do celebrate Christmas. I said it a few times, but you probably missed it. But my family, we originally were gonna celebrate on 25th, but plans got delayed, so we're celebrating on the 26th.
蒙斗直接滚，蒙斗直接滚。
Not only he hit Warwick for experiment. Oh, hold on.
可以投资
弟弟啊，
一下。
哎，女警不要吗？
女警
你是个昏子吗？你
我卡
耍他的游
有毒瘾
戏，哦，还行还行。那
Caitlyn
没事
too. Okay,
那没
okay.
事了
Not only do we
Okay,
celebrate
hold on,
Christmas, we also celebrate
你
Hanukkah
小
as
子是真
well.
有狗运
We celebrate Hanukkah tonight.
纯送的，发发言纯送的这局。
Okay, here's the thing, man. I don't actually think Experiment Warwick Hex is that good. But actually, against this comp, everything clumps, so he actually stuns.
这里
Oh, wait a second. Against this comp,
东哥像刚刚
Warwick
这种
bonus
情
is
况
actually
我有
really
个老
good because everything always stays adjacent to each other, so everything just gets chain stunned.
这3费卡还追吗？你在追什么？你在追你的那个？这3费卡还不卖？你现在还要卖了给他递，给他递，少吃一块利息，存储。
So we got Conquer Emissary versus Bruiser Twitch.
勇敢去飞这
Cool.
里，
Very cool.
前期我看他这个
He
海
has
的质
True
量
Biss
都要
Garen.
裂了但是没想到前2了。
What does the Warwick Experiment Hex do? It stuns units and and enemies adjacent to it
这边点燃国际差不多
on kill.
两星女警反正
So
你
if
在
Twitch
其实
kills
是差不多
something,
的感觉这边好像要把铁男
it'll
秒掉
stun
了
the
哎呦
adjacent
那不是
units.
差不多，那是碾压的。
东西都是白拿
哇
下，
白神
Dude,
我的
Twitch
超人
cleared the lobby. Bruiser Twitch. Okay.
这种时候还是可以挺一下的。
I didn't expect that, man. I think Twitch is becoming more popular now.
对，然后
People
出了这个
people are
大
tired
的
of playing the
直接找到
quirky
了
lottery, I
然后
see.
补足了这个上限，
然后
直接这个把
呢试验品加成还是很高的。
这个勇敢去飞的这一
More broken than Victor, complain.
击败了。不过勇敢去飞能走到这个肯定也是很不错的，
True.
因为他看着前面是不太
像个死人。
True.
对不太那个服的
More broken than
走到这
Victor.
个也是非常
Yeah, I just want to point out something.
对
Victor couldn't even beat a one
然
cost
后各种
last
质
game.
量啊也
It
是
couldn't even beat a one cost.
成功的拿下。
10 Rebel Victor couldn't even beat a one cost. And this game, 1-star Warwick cleared 2-star Mordekaiser
漏了一
level
只这样
10
舔着来
with legendaries. Just saying. Just saying. You guys do the math.
这里也
BRB.
这里也蛮精彩的，
这里很极限，
很极限。
这波如果成功的话杀了敌人旁边
Victor Schmichter.
第3里19分，迅哥的话，哦，迅哥地板是吃了第4的。
All right. Ugh. Still waking up. Still waking up.
琉璃7分 Broken
Oh
14
god, I'm getting old. I just stretched and I feel like I pulled a muscle.
反正
有一个幸运头头，然后第3个海克斯是给了一个白头头，对了他来说收益都是很
The
高。
first candle is tonight. That's right. That's right. Celebrate some Hanukkah. All right, game 3. I think we got Scuttle Puddle.
是在谁嘛，然后他就
对，不知道是第几。
都是 Broken 吧，好像就是老八走的。
Twitch. Bruiser Emblem.
这边是
Warwick
老谢奇
versus
抓了一个大头
Mundo. If you look at it, it looks like the stats. I mean, okay, part of it is that it's really, if you get Warwick,
后面质量都
looks good, but like,
因为前
it
排
does, it would imply that Bruiser Warwick is quite good. It would imply that but like part of it is that it's a 6 cost dynamic, but I guess if you compare it to like Mel or something like that, it's not as good. I think this Delta is like partially affected because of how it fits into his comp, and it's like if you hit Warwick, you are in a good spot anyways. But it is something to think about. It's hard to be 47. Man, you think I would look this good at 47? I'm flattered. You must think very highly of my genes. I hope I look anywhere near as cool as I do at 47. Do you full sell everything except for Tristana? The thing about Tristana is that if you don't get a good item start for her, item and or / augment start for her, it's not a Tristana game. So you're not, I don't think it's worth ever truly hard forcing Tristana unless you already have the spot for it. Like you have a Tristana pair drop or something like that, and you have like a sword, like I or something like I feel like that's what you have to do. That's where you can play the Tristana. Even then, you have to keep yourself open to other things, because it gets so easily turned into like, oh, there's a good Tristana start to like, this Tristana start sucks. Wrinkles would be the enemy at that age for us Asians IMO. Maybe I'll do the LS skincare routine. Gambler's Blade. Academic research. Well, this is inversed. The Lux player has Gambler's Blade and the Kog'Maw player has academic research. They would rather trade Kog'Maw with the Gamblers. Maybe I'll do the LS skincare when I get older, so that way I can look this good in my 40s. I think he says something like he uses like salmon sperm egg cream or something like that, and I was like, wait, what? I was like reading his like, cause someone was like, oh, drop the skincare routine, and he actually dropped it, and I was like, what? Hold on, let me see. LS skincare routine.
像这种指法转在柱子身上的话，就很刚需女警，没有8指法的话太弱。那最好是后面能够出到像什么军事管制啊，或者说背叛这种，带羁绊的海贼。
或者是再来一个指法转。
再来个指法转的话，也是很容易开到8指法。然后2个位也。
I don't think I'm searching for it. I can't find it, but
因为现在开上去只给柱子开，确实没什么用。
Anyways, the products that he uses are insane. I think some people know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, but either way, I remember like I was legitimately interested in that, and then I was less interested after he dropped it. I was like, yeah, I'm all right. You know what? Aging is underrated. Aging is underrated. It's all good. Had they even figured this out? Well, the beauty industry does a lot of animal testing. I think that's one of the things that I think ethically there were some questions about it years ago, and still might be. But the beauty industry in general does a lot of animal testing. Sunscreen is the most important anti-aging product. Yeah, that's what my wife uses. It must be a Korean thing. Yeah, it's true. Okay, Caretaker's favor, so pushing levels. That makes sense because on this portal you get more gold than usual, so it's all good. Does beauty really matter after getting married? It depends. For me, like people are like, oh, you're like, there's a lot of dudes who are like, why do you like work out and care about how you dress? You're already married, you already have a girlfriend, so on and so forth. And That always makes me a little sad because it's like that means you stop trying. Like I want to maintain, I want to keep that. I want to keep that marriage. I want to keep that relationship. I want to keep the spark alive. I try to look my best so that way if my wife looks at me even years down the road, she knows the effort I put in. She knows, and there's still the attraction there. That's how you lose it over time,
这是在成长中的一个差异。
right?
它其实后期
You already hit challenger. Why are you trying to?
有吹风什么的。
Why are you trying to study the game more, so on and so forth? It's like, well, that's how you like fall behind and you can't hit it anymore.
可能也在纠结。
Anyone who gives you that kind of advice, it just, I mean, like they might be, a lot of people are joking, but there's some people who aren't joking about that. And like those kind of people, to me, it's like, well, I think they're not exactly on a path for success. Now there's always like, you know, it's not as easy if you're super busy with life. If you're a parent, it's hard. But you know, Bryce, for example,
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Bryce has 3 kids under 3, and he still tries to do some light workout because he knows that he was gaining a lot of weight, and he does that for himself. He does that for his family. Like, it's important. This guy's heroic grab bag. Is this Renata? Heroic grab bag is Renata. I've been seeing a lot of CM players do this, and I don't like it very much, but because like I think that with Renata, your items matter a lot more, and you could be on Renata 2 for a long time, for like half a stage longer if your items are good. But I'd rather take something like Pandora's. I mean, it's probably just a second Shojin here. Or is it guard breaker? I think double Shojin makes sense. Double Shojin, then you slam a frontline item here. Spark, stone plate, play around vest, I guess. I mean, assuming he wants to even slam anything. Also, he's not rolling at 4 at all. He wants to roll purely on 5. Oh, Bramble Declaw. Oh, because he doesn't have Archangels yet. I see. Ah. I don't think the spot is very good, but we'll see. Omega Iki, thanks for the prime. Sorry, I missed this. He needs to roll here? Not necessarily. Because if he rolls at 5, he has increased chances for Nada. Artifactory. Someone has Artifactory. I see a lot of like lucky gloves and things of that sort. Freaky Friday for the scrap player? That's interesting. If you're in an industry that uses your face, you should care. Yeah, sure, fair enough. Merry Christmas, Kirby. Do you like Heroic Grab Bag and Renata in general? Maybe. I think it's a takeable augment. I don't know if it's like a great augment. Just compare it to Starry Night, and you know exactly how I feel about it. Heroic Grab Bag and Starry Night, you're like, well, I get value of Heroic Grab Bag instantly. The moment I see any 2-star in my shop, it just feels like, and Starry Night also gives you a little bit of econ as well. So I don't know. It feels like such a step down from everything else. I never take grab bag. I don't think you really need it. It's not worth it taking it to contest a reroll line. I don't think, just to be clear, I don't think Heroic Grab Bag is a bad take for reroll comps at 2-1. Let me rephrase that. I think it's underrated, and a lot of people view it as bad because you're like down a gold augment. I actually think it's more takeable than people think it is. But I don't like it for Renata that much in particular because you're rolling for a bunch of 1 and 2 costs, and you're rolling rather wide. Heroic Grab Bag is actually better the more specific you're rolling because it's more expensive. But if you're rolling pretty wide for like 3 to 4 units, which I guess like Renata can say that you're only rolling for 2 units. But Heroic Grab Bag tends to be higher value when you need specific units. Like back when Camille was broken, and all that really matters when you hit Camille 3. Heroic Grab Bag's like a lot better there. On 2-1.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Hey, thanks for the 3 months. Do you ever use heroic as a tempo econ augment?
想玩
I have in the past. I don't know about this set, but last set there were some 3 costs like Wukong. I don't know if you guys remember, like starting off with Druid Wukong,
高的话，感觉
and you would play like Jinx and Kog'Maw behind him or something like that.
配赛不太
If you had Wukong, you could justify using heroic grabback for Wukong too, and then tempoing. Wage and Iverson did that a few times. Disso thought that play was awful, but some people did it and would top 4 with it.
全部装备等下又搭配出来用不上，那就很难受。
Hey Frodan, first time chatter here. I watched a couple of your YouTube videos. They were very helpful. Thank you for the awesome insights.
到那里
It's
质量是蛮高的
Christmas, and we still got the paid chatters. Welcome, Draco. No problem. Thanks for watching the videos, man.
兵哥已经有飞机了，
Yeah, that's actually true. That's actually true. There's a possibility
2张飞机。
that he's taking something like that to declare that he's playing
但
Renata,
是
so that
对
way
他
people
对
don't
这个阵来
contest
说提
them.
升也是蛮大的。
Like, hey, I
之
took
前也是
this.
需要搭一些外援。
If you try to contest Renata, you're in a bad. You're good. I'm gonna be ahead of you. So it could be entirely
我想
possible
把他
that
接到杰斯和
you take it for the political aspect of
南部
TFT,
还在贪征服，
the negotiations,
这里还有一个俄洛伊飘牌确实很舒服，
coronation.
这征服应该能赚出来。
飞机的输出。哎呦
So he
飞机
killed
被
the
左翼
the
清掉了
Corki. That's not
好像
good.
是被蜘蛛大掉的。
Okay, where we cracked their front line, so he cast again.
左翼能清完吗？
清完
哦
清完了
一个技能直接杀完。
是的，差一点点
Oh.。
哎，同样那边的牌也是不错的，
Rough.
有2张
That was really
手
close.
艺然后还有
You have to be
一张
really careful with positioning against Zoe because sometimes she ends up like hitting your carry so many times. But this it's really really hard to actually
这边
anticipate
也
it.
是学术研究。
That Corki dying a second
不过
too
他这边
soon
拿的
was
装备
was
是什么
brutal.
呀？他怎么拿
Especially 'cause I think he was
200
mid cast.
是提升你没有电到吗
Wait, what is going on here?
好像
Shiv,
是冲到
Shiv,
盘甲加上
red buff, open
这
bow,
样没有电到
Academy.
哦，应该不，
那就是是有
应该不是。
那就是有
金龙无
电到。
尽是迅哥开局之
OK
前，他不是赞助装备，赞助装备
Interesting
应该是有电刀跟阳刀，电刀阳刀反甲的应该。
电到2刀反甲，那是没有无尽的，那感觉有点一般啊。
Same for me. I never come on stream. It's my first time. Thanks for YouTube videos and for the $20 you sent me. No problem, man.
是有无尽的，
那有无尽，那他有没有电刀？那他拿那么多电刀，
$20.
他要给兄弟们电烂了。
不知道。
This guy went 3 shivs. Is he going for the forbidden Pikachu Heimer?
先给装备，
Shiv, shiv, shiv.
那就蓝 buff 破防加电刀的大头。
五 buff 应该也是
What is happening? What is
就
happening?
先带走
也。行。这个无尽
It has to be an academy item, like the Rage Blade
感觉
shiv.
他这会儿想战力
Oh
高一点的就是
Lord.
蓝 buff 破防加电刀。
NZ, what's going on? What's going on
那边
here?
已经显示了，左一差3张。
I saw no scout, no pivot augment. Is it completely troll? Is there any situation to use it? Yeah, there's plenty actually. It's actually one of the best augments for family reroll, and also one of the best augments for Renata reroll.
小伙伴其实还行
I actually won with it yesterday. I did a no scout, no pivot win out. It was pretty
他
hype.
没有第3个，不过要肯定是要的。
就是8指法都2就还不错了，然后安倍萨能给。
Imagine, do you guys remember that there's used to be an augment where your static shivs did more damage? Thank you, babe.
很有实力。
My wife made me some egg bites this morning. Look at this.
哦呦，这边外交法
It's
成型
got
了
bacon and sausage in it.
哦，也不一般，有4外交，然后有妖姬。
These are egg bites from Costco. My god.
其实就是这个阵容很刚需一张妖姬，这妖姬太关键了。
Carrying Swain. Yeah, we've been seeing this, right? Like in stage 4,
感觉
because how hard it is to hit Soko 2 and everything like that, you carry Ziggs 2 or you carry Swain.
我必须得锁。
确实。但他这种
But I do have to
应该
admit,
可以小锁一下的，毕竟妖姬也是带着。
Been
嗯，
前排还有一个
小炮跟
城墙。
哎，小炮跟那个感觉都可以。
it's been better than anticipated. Look at the other end.
可以
That guy's playing Soko 1. If you're playing a lot of Soko right now in Black Rose, and you're like, huh, no matter what, I just can't seem to stabilize stage 4.
全战力的。
Try some Swain out.
哎呦，还
They love this variation. They like Emissary Swain. It's basically like Nami Swain reroll, except you're not rerolling on 7 anymore.
就是想看看能不能
You're just going to 8,
出的是盖伦
rolling down,
现在点
and then you just like try to stabilize earlier, and then because you're just committed to the board, you just keep rolling and you hit Swain 3 over time.
可能这边
Artifactory. He has 2 Enforcer
这
emblems.
点呀还可以啊。
直接用到了
He has 2 Enforcer. If he gets 1 more Enforcer emblem, he has 10 Enforcer on 9.
他一个另外
He has Caitlyn pair.
感觉这个哎呦被人碾
Oh
压了
man.
它质量太低了，权益型。
This guy has so much potential to win the game.
不过他踢到了2个女警的，密营的女警很厉害。
Is that a bug? Why does it show Zoe 3-star? It's not. It's not. It means that he's 3 Zoes off from hitting Zoe 3. He has 6 copies. He needs 3 more to hit 3-star. So it's telling you like keep in mind
二子了，
or alert. There's a person chasing Zoe 3.
冒火了已经。拿啥呢？眼泪吧。
Possible. Merry
这边还有
Christmas.
一个小尼克，哦呦，可以用来捏瑞尔，这里直接拉人口，抢上4哨兵，哎别地了，一边来了 ，Hello， 哦要第一个导师，想导一
Did
下
the Chinese guys just say hello?
导师这会儿还挺难
In
受的
English?
顺手看看能不能再把
I don't know. I don't know if I heard that
表
right.
再递出来一张可以捏。
So we have 1 more duplicator and we're trying to save it for Renata 3.
节奏挺舒服的。
You know,
一样的自然发，
这里装备
he has lucky gloves on 3-2, which ended up being really good, and he hit
一直在
as a
这
free
一块
duplicator. Maybe he'll grab bag is the move, man.
是的，放一个
Okay, he also ended up in a situation where his items are perfect. Like perfect. He was in a spot where like remember his items were super awkward,
应该早都发
and then he
现。
ended up in a spot where his items are perfect,
哎这个可以，
and he maintained tempo.
不花钱的
Yeah, this guy's a beast. I think this is fortified, gains it's like 12 HP.
只要是3星卡拿这个就是没问题，大部分前排都是2星。
Oh, it's not calling card, or it's not fortified. I thought it was like the one that has 12 HP and then you like gain it
勇敢
every
飞
few
又这么
seconds
搞
to
啊
36.
啊，
But
又8级2星铁男，
that's bully probably instead
上
then.
把也是8级2星铁男。
打
Never
把
mind.
搞谁玩得过你啊？
I was trying to read the numbers and interpret it from there.
你还要2星兰博了，你等一下。
It's bully? Yeah, probably.
有点冷场呀
Wait, this guy has Mordekaiser 2 on 8.
来个纳什这个
And Jace 2. Wait, what?
而且他可以到时候把那几张，甚至能挂上妖姬什么的，去转，变成黑莓，挂个3黑莓。
这边好像突破不了琉璃这边的城墙。
Quality over quantity board has fallen off. This guy preserved a lot of HP
先知
with quality over quantity.
琉璃这边好像这把要追分了。
But he does have a pretty high quality
飞机
board
考虑把飞机塞满
because he has emissaries, 2 stars, except for Garen.
所以4个3神装还是比一个
This guy is just praying.
莫德凯撒
Actually, what is he even praying for? Caitlyn 2 on 8?
去承伤害的，
Artifactory Enforcers.
好像有一点
有
点
的能打个4000、5000这样。如果前面的那个
Gotta make your items, gotta make your items. Gotta make your
做
items.
什么夜刃，
Wit's End.
然后夜刃其实还不错。
Too
没
late.
有那就合了。
He has Wit's End.
这个东西
It has to go on Vi, I think, because Wit's End is not very good on Silvermere
2
Dawn.
星没事把直发转拆了，但是外面好像有点多。
对都在拿。
那这个给谁啊？给卡
By the way, in China tournaments, if you hit a prismatic trait, you get like $250 for the game.
的位不怎么平 A 啊。
So
但是
why they chase prismatics really hard
不凡价也
because in
可以
tournaments,
大家
if you hit a 10-piece trait, you also get 250 bucks.
是没有容错了呀。
这个
能赢吗？兰博
赢了一点，
赢了。
Oh, living,
行，苟活了一波。
living.
哇，NJB 怎么倒了？
I think I would rather have a really strong. I want trench coat here for Violet.
还不给我兄弟镜头？
Zonia's for Vi is also fine too.
又是一个金身。
Also, Zonia's Caitlyn actually for the
这个
talisman
金身就给
synergy.
魏吧
That'd be
可
cool.
以给女警啊，熬个飞身，虽然也不知道有
也
什么用。
行，但是他现在场上最高质量就是这个女警了，不就是这个魏了。
给位确实
Hey, it's not
可
A
以好吧，给位没问题。
嗯，
We take
那
those.
这就是这个神器工厂的一个点，就是如果你
Is it Zonia's Caitlyn or Zonia's Vi?
就是可以拿一部分去变就行。
哎，他是不是忘了他有忘了？
如果全变的话，就会下场很尴尬。主 C 的装备还是要保留一下的。
He has no
女警的武器啊
utility.
青龙啊，这些都是该保留。然后为了什么银血血手啊这种东西就要保留，不能全变。
能飞起来吗？
Oh my.
飞不了一点。
差一点。
Man, that's so sad. I kind of want his comp to do well.
再放一个技
要烫
能好像赢
死了吗
了。？
烫死了，烫死
This
了。
guy's dead too.
还有迅哥也倒了呀，2个学术研究
Wow.
好像都没
Three
研究
players
到
dead
但
at
是打了好多
5-3.
电刀，哎，没什么用。不，感觉离这把收了呀。
Is the quality over quantity
这个
augment
反三
good?
的乌鸦这个外交法
I don't know when I should take that augment. Yeah, it's very good. It's a very good early tempo augment because early on, rating items have so much value, especially if other people are just playing one item.
它这个
like
确实
You get a ton. Like basically, the value of each rating item is twice that of a
2级的铁
craftable.
皮要敲你了。
但是
And so
在
you're just
PK
really
那边
far ahead on
看着没什么
tempo.
安全感这个
And then the thing about quality over quantity is that you want to maintain that,
敲打到
but
城墙
then you start
哇
falling off
不过打的是
because you don't have a triple itemized unit. And so what you try to do is you try to play a team support
然后这里
composition
左一
where you
左
get a
一边
bunch of just buff stats so that they all kind of get elevated to
好多转职
a higher tier of power. So a lot of people play emissaries, for example, because emissaries buff the entire
起
team.
码可以气一气 broken。
And so you just get like a bunch of team-wide buffs, team-wide aura, and you have like one rated item. It kind of brings them close to comparable to everybody else.
但是这把没人玩。
So Mbessa with one rating item before emissary, and you have like a radiant, you have a radiant redemption and other things like
就是
that.
chuẩn备
Maybe some support items like a Randuin
它
or
是
something
4
like
杠
that
2
stacking
就
on
已
one
经有
unit.
然
Ends
后
up being pretty
递
good.
到现在5杠5才递到了1张，怎么办啊？
You think it'd be good with build different? I think so. I had a spot to actually take it the other day, but I think immovable object was better. But maybe it's pretty good with build different because build different actually has another problem, which is you have so many like upgraded units that you want to itemize because you're playing a bunch of 4 costs. If you have Elise 2, Mundo 2, Alawi 2, Corki 2, Twitch 2, you don't have enough items to itemize all of them, which is why Lucky Gloves is like one of the strongest item augments you can hit in build different. So maybe by that same logic, you do quality for quantity with build different,
推的还挺快的。
and then you get like an individual power buff there, and then that actually maybe enables you to do certain other things,
哦哟，
like maybe you do play one emissary in build different so you can get more team buffs.
这样被梅尔救下来了，
It's possible.
那应该还是无了，
By the way, I saw on a Mort Dog video.
还是差2张，感觉
I found out there's a really cool combo with build different. Did you guys know?
哎，外交官呢？不要了。
Did you guys know that build different and dumbify works together pretty well? You get all the build different HP, and then you dumbify off the build different board.
有个城墙还在那里，跑下了，老四。
Yeah, I had Jace 2 with shivs. Did not do anything.
好像是琉璃这里谁都能打过。
Okay, Quick Striker emblem on Tristana. This is the quality of quantity. So eventually he does stack one unit with items.
没有，
I guess he's putting all like the non-craftables onto Tristana.
不买白
Solid top 3 though. He's going for Vi 3. He's 3 off.
再不递，
Sounds like a good way to go 8th. I mean, it's actually not that bad though. Okay, it's the reason. Oh, he had another Vi. The reason why it's bad is because Dumbify is bad, not because the combo is bad. That just sounds like a lot of HP.
出吗？哦哟
One off. He's one off. He's one off. He's one off.
哎，兰博都
Roll, 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 roll.
但血量蛮多的呀，其实。
Okay, he's at 25 HP though, so he doesn't have to like sell his board.
这装备怎么办？可以把一个人塞满，其实可以把盖伦塞，不行，多手棉带哦来了。
Oh, he hit.
好吧，不着急。
Oh my god.
他可以把正义血手全给喂。
Okay, but don't you put 3 items on her? Like, don't you, I feel like only 1 item Vi 3 is kind of troll. I'd rather put 3 items on her.
韩国可以卖的直接。
Hi, Frodan. I watched your video on you interviewing challenger players and feel much more confident that I can climb this set and the sets after. Thank you.
喂还行，喂加强。
Oh, my video I did a couple sets ago. Oh, nice. I haven't. You know, it's a good video. I did a video a long time ago about like I asked 100 challenger players how they hit challenger in TFT.
这边把船长塞满。
I did like a whole presentation on it too.
你把飞机塞满也行啊，你纳美那个科技枪可以给飞机啊。
Ludwig
那
style.
个金科技枪有什么用啊？那虽然是血手不给吗？ 我给3件，想给。
哦，那就
I
直接
feel
正
like
一
I
下
wish
这
this Warmog was on
没有长
Garen
血手，
or Radiant
把船长的
Sunfire's on Garen.
因为这个3星位的血量。
是的，
But like whatever, it is what it is. 3-star Vi, here we go.
3件给飞机就好了。
From
希望没伏笔。
Arcane. Nice. That should be a win.
可以考虑多给魏开点羁绊了呀。
That Poro's so cute. Oh, the Santa Poro.
看看能不能
Yeah,
下
it's
点
very, very
像什么队友乌鸦那种东西就没用的，换成示搏机嘛。
没有
Almost died. I mean, it's okay if it dies, but like he still wins by 6 units. I think that's fine.
这里，哎，这个三蓝发其实
I think people need to people need to remove the idea that 4 cost 3-star is like insta win, no matter what. Because I feel like
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
I feel like people always expect it to just be insta win. 4 cost 3-star is very beatable these days. Very, very beatable. It's not that like it should win, but like I equivocated to like 400 cash out on the Chem Baron,
运动烂了，敌这边其
which
实
is actually kind of sad given how easy it is to hit a 400 cash out versus oh he lost.
镜像送走了3星位，运动烂了，6下的。
Wait, that guy died?
敌这边其实这一把确实质量很高
The。Swain 3 emissary player won? Really?
镜像送走了3星位，被镜像送走了。
What was it Nick for the
现
prime?
在3星4费也还是挺容易翻车的，我就翻过。
Dude, the Vi 3 went third.
健康就财富的。
He died off screen. No, he died. He survived here, but then he died off screen.
因为是有维克托的
4 emissary, Swain 3 plus Victor on 9.
压进来了呀。
I want to try it today.
其实
I'm curious what anomaly he took, but yeah.
小杨直接被镜像
All right, I'm gonna play ads between games. We're going to game 4. BRB.
现在3星4费也还是挺容易翻车的，我翻过好多把。
True, but Vi is bad. No, I don't think she's that bad. I actually think Vi is
给
underrated.
到箭头不知道是怎么被
Not only is she underrated, but Vi is also badass. Vi is also badass.
3分，第5名琉璃13
They did her dirty. They did my girl dirty in season 2. And for that, I will never forgive them. I will upvote every hate thread. I will like every engagement bait tweet. Oh my god, here we go. Trainer Golems.
危机感这边
第4把是我们的漫游训练师，
这个图是很考虑
Oh, here we go. Who has the Chem Baron? Who has the Chem Baron?
斗士
因为有的时候你的庄子就可能是人3等。
Vi is atrocious? Come on now. She's not. She's definitely not atrocious.
就看到底要选哪一边。
对，
She is. She is.
如果巨神斗
She
士
is
那边的话
strong,
没有转职给到其他人
independently
其实提升
spirited.
又有一点小。
不过那一边的话能用上2个，集成的话也不好挂斗士，也不好挂居神。看来都是这边有个炼
She did
金
nothing in the last fight. No,
炼金
no,
版
no,
其
no.
实还蛮高人一等的，
No, no. She
开局
哎呦，
3这
这边也有
里也有炼金
炼金转，但这边
斩，
更好。
she did that
这边
thing.
更好炼金统领加
She,
少王都是有用的。
She punched
这
that
边这个
guy.
庄子很舒服。这个庄
There's
子
a
我
Chem
昨天
Baron.
玩了
There's
一
a
把
Chem
也是
Baron.
这3个，
蓝
反正
发哨兵，
随便400-500层这个庄子。
I mean, Vi was my favorite character in season 1, and I think in season 2 it
对，也还
it became
也不
Echo.
错
But
玩提升的时候挂蓝发，然后出了蓝发就转10蓝发。
I really wanted to stay on the Vi is awesome train, and then just Echo stole the show. Like, what can I say, man?
看一下这个
What can I say?
有没有其他的什么转职，能有更大的变数。
All right, here we go. Here we go.
但是他
Can they go through who hits the Giga
底
nuts? Who
层
gets the
争夺
Giga
战呢
nuts?
离这边没有看清，我看他是直接秒选了一个，那就是底层争夺战给
是的，他直接
了一个人捏，
选了底层争夺战，
那
他就是那个统领哨兵那个吧。
这感觉真收了呀。
说白了，他这个庄子给这个
I can't really see. I see Crown Guarded.
那就该他了，他这把都有可能700。
I don't see anyone hit +1. Portable Forge in the
这里
top
是拿了一
left.
个伏击的战
Okay,
略
so this guy got Sorcerer, Experiment, and Firelight. That's
讲完伏击，
kind of awkward.
好点
Family,
合理
Scrap, and
按他
Enforcer
的这
emblem.
个现在的分数，他
I
只要不要
see.
乱搞，他是起码
That's actually quite
能
good because Powder
现在
Scrap,
炼金
and then you can just play Vi for that. So that actually works pretty well together
对那这里应该
adjacently
是
to the
要走到一
tree.
个执法官
That guy had the Chem Baron emblem, but he does not have Chem Barons. He's playing Crown Guarded.
抢前期
这
先
里
搞点血，
有点像新手
Mel greater than every
先搞点
character.
血。
Why is Mel greater than every character? I see people like stand Mel, and I just think that they have a crush on her. I don't think they actually did anything with her character that season,
多上个狙吧，
besides like turn her into a
哪
mage.
怕有2个斗士够了。
黑莓鉴察加哨兵，这里感觉就很强。
She, I feel like her plot line was kind of all over the place. Not gonna lie.
挂个蓝博，
兰博，
哦，他
I couldn't tell how important this Black Rose thing was, and then yeah.
因为可能考虑到黑莓的这个版本有点太虚了。
他毕竟也已经2星电塔了。
刚刚这里第一个拿了一个经济，他就是说去赌一个
Rebel Academy Sentinel. That is a pretty good one, actually. Rebel Academy Sentinel. That is
第一个拿的是物尽
very clean, actually. You can play 7 Academy, or sorry, 7 Academy,
搞点血，
7 Rebels, splash an Academy, and still have flexibility with what you want to do. Because you play Ezreal, Leona, 4 Sentinel Rebel, and you have a +1.
这边拿了一个投机，那就是往狙神走了。
嗯，往巨神
没问题
Hot equals
而
great.
且嫖到一张大嘴
I。mean, I think you basically discovered the League of Legends business model.
迅哥的分数也是岌岌可危啊。
The League of Legends
是
business
的
model in
整个
3
今天
words.
的发挥可能是运气不好，就是每把都是在运营。
比赛跟天梯排位确实差别蛮大。
是的，看一下他的大脸
Academy Sniper and Bruiser.
不能
这
承担起
边狠狠的打钱。
Sniper Bruiser.
超级
I feel like this would bait me into thinking I should play
这个动作其实
Twitch.
是相当舒服的
I wonder if he's just gonna play Kog'Maw and then just try to
打中也是
tempo.
被打的
Maybe we get to see the 6 sniper buff. Sniper on a golem should theoretically be a spot for you to think about 6 sniper because it gives you the front line
如果钱够多
that
的
you
话
would it helps give you front line
其次的话，
and the 6 sniper is like a glass cannon trait. So if you have like a golem with the sniper, you don't have to play. You worry about playing like an all sniper
然后
comp
再去
because
挂狙神
you have some units that can tank.
这个
Theoretically,
这个
in
打法
practice,
开
that
始
doesn't actually end up being the case because
李毅这里
the
是
snipers
拿到了一
themselves
张神秘旗
the snipers themselves are pretty unimpressive, and you don't actually deal as
又
much
有
damage
边
as
军
you hope you would
又
from
有
it.
底层争夺战，
The 6 snipers historically has
Well,
has
that's
been
about it,
pretty
that's enough.
good when you get a setup
So
like
far,
that. If
okay.
you remember set 11 when snipers were also in the set,
就看他吃
Sniper Ash,
don't
6
do
snipers
that.
was really good. You play snipers, and the front line at the time was called Wardens. Wardens is like the equivalent of Watchers, I
五
think.
炼金，
This set.
直接开始败也是没问题的，就绝对是对的，只要能败啊。外面首先迅哥肯定不
Oh,
会
this guy got
败啊
War for the
要不
Undercity.
NZ 100会不会
Oh, he won the game. War for the Undercity. Okay.
Broken 出手了没有？
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
那只有 NZ 100啦。琉璃能不能摆一下呀？
Priest, thanks for 3 months.
他这边如
Thanks
果
so
真的没有人
much.
摆他的话，
If you're,
起步是6。
by the way, if you guys are a Twitch sub, I want to just remind you
现
guys,
在是五炼金了已经。
come hang out in sub chat with us. In sub chat, all you do is link
然后
your
加血，
all you do is link your Discord to your Twitch account, and you can come hang out with sub chat. We talk about the game.
不敢想，
We talk about TFT. Talk about other things in general. Some VIPs hang out there from time to time.
如果外面有人断他的话，其实也是
I think I saw at least 2 Chem Baron Emblem players.
除非是刚刚好自己要连败，
This?
比如就这一波，然后 NZ 100结束，然后那是有可能，有可能就是不会2败俱伤。还有这边遇到童阳，很舒服，还在败，刚刚又加了血，直接回到87，4连败，这里被入5只，7点血，4连败80血，健康的很。
对，无所谓的，他就算被满入也无所谓了。现在，只要不要赢，把连败保持住。一般2阶段遏制不了，3阶段就在比赛里就很少会再去遏制了。
3阶段需要有个勇士，好吧？3-1还是有遏制的可能性。
是的，
琉璃这边也不像想败的样子，那就只有 NZ 100了，NZ 100出不出手呀？NZ 100。NZ 100不出手自己也是老白，出手吧。
All right. Sorry, guys. My mom actually called us and she's sick, and now she's testing if she has COVID. That sucks. On Christmas. So
很期待第
hope
二个
everything's okay with that.
第二个如果是金或者银
And
就
if
会
so,
对折码有
we were
绝对
gonna.
就会
I'm streaming
达到
today because we were gonna
不可能
celebrate
看
tomorrow due to some delays,
没太
but
多的变数
she might not come.
因
And
为
if she,
奔着极客
and
去
also my dad would stay to take care of her. So
就
basically,
玩了
Christmas might be cooked.
极客的话，除非来个转
Yeah, I'm sorry for the delay, but
Yeah.
hopefully everything works out.
极客的话是
I
没
told them
是的
that if it's not COVID, then they can stop by. We'll just have to like
的上限
be very careful. But it's fine for her to travel, or to come, in my opinion. I'm not worried too much about the baby. Baby's eventually gonna get sick one day, so.
离这里还是稳白，但是白也是稳的。
But we're not gonna. We'll take the proper safety measures. But you know, my parents are in their mid 70s,
好难赌啊！
so don't know how many
不
more.
敢去飞今天8级的地方
Hopefully, many more holiday seasons to come. But you never know, so
OK，不相
it's
信
important to try and be together when we can.
好吧，背叛，迅哥有个背叛。
Thoughts on melee versus range GP? I think melee GP is good early and late. And range GP is
你看我拿到
good
600了吗？
这怎么
early
改啊
and
它
mid. I think late game GP range is like kind of falls off unless you're able to like really lean into
白也
him,
是老白呀，主要是他这种怎么首选？
like 3-star GP and
那你干嘛
stuff.
射呀
But
两位家
late game GP, when he's melee and he's 2-star and he's on your emissary board and he has no items, randomly does like 2 to 3k
他不摆
sometimes.
他也是老白，摆了有可能
He actually goes beast mode.
他摆其实感觉也遏制不了，其实还是能再重新叠回来。
And then
只是说会
yesterday I actually played why not both. So I
如
played
果他能重新叠
I
回来
played
那就
both
算
front
了
and backline GP, and I couldn't tell because I played frontline GP and he did a lot of damage, sometimes like 9k,
我
10k,
也没伏笔。
and then sometimes I put him backline and he also popped off.
这里
So
连青钢影都饿不了，那怎么办嘛？还要
I need to. I wish I could take that augment like 10 times to feel like I know how to play it, but right now I'm
都
like
已经
trying to figure it out.
感觉心态已经受了一点影
It doesn't allow me to access the Discord Twitch sub thing. Did you connect it? Did you connect it
就能递杆。
to your Discord account via Twitch? If so, you might have to restart Discord.
哇，你这一把8前都没有遇到这一把，哦，可能是2-1遇的，然后3-1没。
What the guy rolled down? Sorry, I was talking to Chad about GP. Who rolled down
是中生
to
好
0? This guy? He's at 40 gold. Someone else probably rolled down to 0. I missed it.
你们两个战力
不知道是中，不知道是中。
Who rolled to 0? Who rolled to 0?
有还
Is it the Chem Baron player? Hopefully the Chem Baron player.
有没有塞尔克？
I'm down for every Chem Baron player when it's not me to miss and go 8th.
拿了个腰带做狂徒还是做薄木啊？
薄木已经做过了，
那就是狂徒盖伦，他在6级递了2张盖伦，刚才盖伦跟青钢影的数量竟然是一样的。
而且他卡米尔是给了1张，
他得需
家庭包价给
要
了1张。
狗运出艾克，然后青钢影瞬间3星才有可能。这边没有用辛吉德，
Oh, it's a Camille player. I see. The Camille.
是的，他可能
Yeah.
没什么用啊。
Yeah. Camille. I think at one point when you're rolling down for Camille 2 on 3-2, you just tilt and you're like, okay, there's no way I miss on Camille 2. And you just find yourself rolling.
双羊刀
双羊刀，
也是不能老
And then, and then you're just 8th.
双羊刀加纳什这样，不知道给他打了多少钱。
到时候可以，反正双羊刀肯定还是老鼠的，投机就这个东西。
Those games are just the worst, man. Rage Blade, Gamber's Blade.
我打了5
Oh, is this the Snipers player?
，A 的好快。
Oh my god.
6块，
He wants infinite attack speed Kog'Maw and then transition into Snipers. Rage Blade Kog'Maw, Rage Blade Twitch.
血量还是很健康的。
I would love it if he went 6 Sniper this game. I don't know if I don't think it's good, but I would love it if he would do that.
感觉很难玩了。
别地了呀。
It says I don't have access rights. Raptor, do you mind helping Wisenho to get
但是这种
sub chat
这种狗运确实
on
很，
Discord?
但你这个艾克也没用啊。
If you could.
那你不删怎么办？
Thank you. If you're busy right now, don't worry about it.
要不让艾克往下丢一丢？
We're long distance pals, Camille and Maddie.
确实有点抽象。
That is
而星光影只有
not good.
只有神器的时候才能玩，因为它缺太多了。这波能不能战利品爆炸爆点东西回来啊？爆个爆爆吧，
And it's not like we have that good of a condition for Camille either.
点东西啊！
Like there's no artifact.
你说再给点，还有吗？
Okay, so we won 2 out of 5 on stage 3. That is not good. Level 6, 10 gold, Camille 2. He's playing for not 8th. If he goes not 8th, I mean he's 8th
然后
for
这里再
sure.
加注，
He's 52 HP. He's lowest HP. Ken Baron player is gonna be too strong, and he's just gonna
他这个血量
just
太
gonna
健
get
康了
steamed.
我有希尔科7的
Steamrolled
话，2波就已经600了，但是这个血
Dude
量吃2波是绰绰有余的，甚至可能可以到
440.
塞维卡的话，
He could actually go for 600.
这里打野怪都
He
要
could actually go for 600. He shouldn't, but he could. $600 is when you start getting some pretty ridiculous, like infinite gold stuff.
两地塞维卡，
嗯，
其实
应该不低
这里最怕就是提质量把。
If he hits Savika,
他现在还挺稳的，他刚好2波就600。
he's not gonna roll. But if, let's say he does roll and he
主要
hits
是他有一
Savika,
张希尔科了就
he could actually
有
go. If he loses one, he goes to 510. He gets Savika
但是
with
他
unlikely duo. He can actually go for 700. He actually can go for 700.
他如果2波之后首先他可以回到8点血，如果他选择保留的话，那么还
Merry
能扛
Christmas,
一波
Rabbit. Will we
这
see
一
a
波如果
600 cash out? I hope
塞维卡的
so.
话那就是加100层，那就是能到700。
I hope so. I think he should have just unleashed this Rennie.
而且是概率很大的事情。
Even if you
这一波
win,
就是只要出一个有
you
关赛
you still cash out.
就那个反正金克斯意外搭档对
Losing by full unit count here is doesn't. I guess it doesn't really matter, but
700的话，3希尔科直接锁定胜局，
I killed one.
因为外面已经确定不可能再有人摆他了，
42.
除非有人这个
Skip
神兵
again.
莫名其妙的
Skip
让他
again. Skip
让
again.
他其实
Skip
自己花
again.
钱去打连胜也是
Unlikely duo. Unlikely duo.
有双排吗？第一
Unlikely duo.
啊，直接收了。
是
Took reinforcement.
啊500
Bedge. Oh, he skipped. He
我看
skipped.
不知道哦，好像是
Oh no, he cashed. He
完美
cashed.
收了
He
是收
cashed.
了
Never mind. He cashed.
他自己收
Eh,
了
Bedge.
因为他还希尔科还
Bedge
完美毒素嘛是
I am falling asleep, man. Bedge.
完美毒素确实吃鸡也够了好吗？也够了。
嗯，
Just lost 130 LP. Please, God help me.
既然没选择继
对
续，谈，
29血。
All right. Well,
但是可以
step
稳
number 1
稳
is
600
stop queuing.
最起码是稳600层。
Stop queuing.
想多留点容错吧。
那确实很
Then
稳。
that way you stop losing more. Cut your losses. Quit while you're behind. Give
我
up.
确实也够吃。
好像这里是6学院5蓝。
You can't do it. You won't
应
climb.
该是选择会开到一个6招兵，
Just stop.
极限混搭。
I don't know. I feel like someone needs to be the voice of reason in your life.
没完成10蓝发，完成了6皮层。
是，
哎呦，
这也
左
是
一怎么了？没用
Is
的
this reinforcement? Why is he not making Zoe
变
too?
合了。
毕竟是
So
5发
yeah, okay. Oh no, it's because the other player was reinforcement. The mutation survives.
5试验品，
因为老鼠好尬呀。
Don't stop. I need more of your
好像是
LP.
物竞天择，好像是。
That's actually true. That's actually true.
终于
Wait, this guy somehow hit Camille 3? Wait, how? I just Crow grab bag. But like this guy, like 3 rounds ago was level 6, 10 gold, 3 Camille's.
如果青钢影这个阶段
And this guy just has Camille 3 on 4. Like, I mean, I guess he's still going 8th.
然后再是第一个好的预变。
这波主要刚好也打到
But that's impressive. I don't even know how that happened.
太刮了，很关键这一波，无论怎么样
Rude, not very Christmassy.
嗯，
No, it's actually very Christmassy. I give the gift of truth, honesty, and in some ways,
哦没有，看错了。
that's how you know
闪了一下。
we are true friends because I'm willing to be honest with you.
鱼影是可以挂的。
And the gift of my friendship is priceless. So you know what? Best Christmas ever. Is he 8th? I mean, he might actually preserve HP if he wins a majority of his fights on stage 4, he could actually play for like a 6.
勇敢去飞的这个
And that's
柳吉
good.
克
That's good
他
for,
敢拿
you
恶
know,
意货币
point
化
preservation.
这怎么敢拿的？
恶意
你
货币化
凭什么赢的
加上天降金币，
6 scrap. Whoa, whoa. What do we have got going on over here? Scrap family?
岛兰博也没有9级克，
离这边
I thought this guy was re-rolling
明
Violet.
面嘛他要。
He's playing 6 scrap family. Interesting.
但是9级克其实也一般。
Is this
那肯
reunion?
定是比6级克。9级克看胜率的话，其实是仅次于十指法跟这个史兰法的，
He has Vi 2 and Echo.
只是你要质量好，也是要质量。
Interesting.
像史兰法，你看他也不一定
Crown Guarded, Inspiring Epitaph. 2 off Silco 3.
这边拿的是重新联合，艾克加卫名片，但你没执法
This is a
呀，
tank one.
骗的，这个绝对是骗的。
搏击
Which one did he take?
一个
Pit
逆变
Fighter
变成了
Rumble.
2搏击的提升，推麻了。
Interesting.
确实，如果能看到执法
He's rolling
官
for
的话那
Caitlyn
个
because he's looking for 8 Enforcer. Interesting,
他还不如给
interesting.
卫找一个战力一，
8 Enforcer.
这里是没有大天使的。
不是有个眼泪嘛？大家可以考虑换。
Renata. Yeah, China loves Renata. It's pretty good. Does Pit Fighter give AP? No, Pit Fighter gives true damage and healing.
2张，他有一个那个是非增援的，刚才
对，
他应该
早就差
是找到了
2张了。
找到了第5张，直接拿了个2星。
Oh, it's sniper. He's playing the snipers. He has double rage blade on Twitch.
这个瑞尔。
Is this Twitch one? Is he dealing any damage at all?
组织确实不太够。
发展好像是
He's playing Bruiser Mundo with 3 attack speed items on the Twitch. Oh, he actually beat the Renata player. Okay,
他武器都不给老鼠
Pretty hype
让老鼠猛猛地刮。
that is pretty hype.
数据上说，好像3阳刀胜率也很高。
It's BB gun Twitch, airsoft Twitch.
6斗4狙3试验品。
6 Bruiser, 4. That's pretty woke, man. I'm not gonna lie.
胜哥这里这把能
You know what? Anami would go kind of hard on this one. Strength training.
哦，他没有斯特普，
Strength training. The one where like every time you attack, you get some
出
AD.
两指法。那把大嘴
That one would go pretty hard here, I
开
think.
个指法还可以吧，有时候还真服点。
Would all those go better on COG? No, not without Automata.
有重伤了已经，
后防
没有薄
He doesn't have Sundering.
或者说努努再找个肉装。
He is looking for even Shroud. Oh man.
牌已经蛮扎实。
Oh man, you're telling me we don't even have we don't have Last Whisper?
杰斯
That's so sad.
这边青钢影变成了神装，但是青钢影是不知道几代之前的关了。
Renata player at True Zero rolling. As a Renata abuser myself, I must say this is a rough spot.
直接遇到了李毅，
68 HP,
对面还有2
5-1. I think
头
it's
都被敲烂了。
it's not the bad. It's not the worst. I think that person probably top 4s.
NT 100
17分，本来分数还
Camille player
17
went
分
dead
现在
last.
只有17分。
2连8，这么变态呀玩的，他还不如把李毅断了，因为他不断李毅他是必8的，他本来就8的人，他不如找一个人给他垫一下，
Okay. He was in contention for not last.
不过可能也没遇到。
Love that. 7 Chem Baron.
这边外面有没有拿契尔克呀？没有的话，如果有的话是可以递到全2就上人口，没有的话是可以在9级的话递杆。
他不着急，反正慢慢
Okay,
玩就
7
行了
Silcos or 2 Silcos off.
外面没有人能打得赢。
This guy is playing Experiment Twitch, griefing the other Twitch player. I mean, not intentionally, because he's just playing around Experiment, but
这边放技能也
yeah.
快呀，
Actually, I think I had something similar to this. I had
金烂
Pit Fighter Experiment and Firelight, and I just played Bronze for Life Twitch with Zeri,
直接被放了
and I got like a 5th. It was okay.
刚刚也是被抬走了。
It was
确实
okay.
够了500层确实够吃鸡，好吧，很稳的打法。
Isn't attack speed capped at 5.0? Isn't 2 Rage Blade and the attack speed too much on one character? Yeah.
比赛嘛，稳点好。
那700层还是有点难，需要一张赛维卡。
But let me ask you another question. Lily Fox 1447.
或者说先递赛维卡，没有赛维卡就
Let me ask you.
也可以
Isn't how fast you can get to 5.0 is what really matters?
这边6级克也到头了呀。
Because
这质量
if that wasn't the case, why did they advertise that on cars? How fast you can go from 0 to X speed? It's about the journey, not the destination. It's about how fast you can get there.
飞机在前面，飞机直接丢到第一排。
这边好像过掉了蒙多，哎，输出还挺高的。怎么
有机
说？
会吗？
So you know what? It's awesome,
好像这一波好像能赢吗？啊，不行，
and that's all that
老
matters.
鼠大怪加血。
Okay, well, it looks like top 4 is pretty much locked in terms of HP count. Oh, Enforcer Emblem. Wait, no, that guy's that doesn't. He only has
刚才小
one.
杨是赌了一手名片的，
But that's still pretty good. So you can go 8 Enforcer
那
guaranteed
咱们
now.
这里肯定是要拿的，开个8指法也是润。
Dude, he griefs it.
李毅
Oh my god. The Chem Baron player just griefs the Enforcer +1.
一切
And then emotes.
一切影响我的都
Brutal.
扼杀在摇篮。
That is so brutal. These guys are kind of mean.
直接这个防守。
These guys are kind of mean.
让你吃，让你吃，不吃了，不吃了。
If this was a card game, that person, that's a bannable offense.
感觉他这个经济其实追不到3星位的。
Player interaction via emotes? Not in my card game.
现在其实所有人都是以保血为主，因为吃鸡肯定是意思。
I'm pissed for the Enforcer guy. Oh, it's not that big deal. It's just... He's probably going to get 4th anyways. I would probably tell you that if he got that emblem, he probably still goes 4th anyways.
不过前排很扎实，
His spot is not that good.
输出可能有点跟不上，老鼠还在输出，
蒙
不疼
多，
了，打到后面，
Okay, he probably would have won this fight though.
一星老鼠。
He was able to get 8 Enforcers, which is actually a big deal.
像其实同行内战，你就是拼蒙多的坦度。
那这把打下来之后，他们的分特别接近，最后一把将非常激烈，就是反而这把打下来，你看
I scam my way to diamond, and now every game is a bottom 4. Any tips?
如果这个 broken 他能吃到第2的话，
Any
那确实
tips for what?
加到7分也有13分的，那就很扑朔迷
很
离。
接近了。
Any tips? Log off
对
and thank Mort
想带单打
and Riot that they allowed you to hit a rank that you didn't deserve because apparently you scammed diamond. I think that's a good way to cap off 2024, 2025. Make a New Year's resolution.
出来扛伤害
Maybe learn the fundamentals of the game so you can get good. But for now, you should just thank the stars that you got to a rank that
梅尔这个
you
英雄会打
scammed.
野怪放技能段，
So just chill. I'd say take it easy. Enjoy your holidays. See you next year.
有人出没有了吗？
这里有 ，Broken 这边有，
他要上就是直接上，
是
反正野怪是不算，要给装备给他多叠一点。他主要是羁绊太好了。
Probably a GP abuser before the fix. Nah. Nah. There's a couple people who are GP
这边
abusing
也想吃老二啊。
that still haven't gotten banned, but I have bigger fish to fry. Now, you guys don't understand. Victor exists.
他这波打 broken，
He just
你看看这波
exists,
如果
and
能
that
赢的话
alone
有机会吃到
gravitate like just 6 costs are in the game. That alone
这个2星
taking all my energy these
这个投
days.
机不要野霸，说白了，那35攻速的野霸是45的，2星女警肯定很重要的。那就行吧，那先这样吧。
We don't have mentorship value in the Rennie, but maybe that's not that big of a deal.
这样子，这是希
6 bruiser, 4 sniper. I would love to see him get like a sniper +1 and go for 6 sniper. It'd be kind of
他那个
cool.
炼金水片第一
Also, I feel like this board is not that bad. I feel like it beats the Renata board because it's just like Renata's trying to stall, but he's trying to stall. He like actually dumps to the Renata comp. That's pretty funny. And the Renata comp is pretty good. It has piercing lotus and powered shield. It's not like it's bad setup. Okay, bruiser twitch counters the Renata with snipers.
不好删啊，大概率是骗。
And I mean, this Ken Baron player wins the game. He's just one off Silco 3.
这边你看这个质量，蒙朵其实只是一个肉，没有输出的蒙朵。
Are they even bad?
七炼之男爵，并
What, the
且
6 costs? Oh, dude, I mean, there's people in my chat earlier today.
然后完美毒素疯
You
狂
might have
地
missed it, but someone in my chat earlier saying that 6 costs was the worst thing they've ever added to the
二级
game.
战犯吧应该是，二级
And I was
战
like,
犯
and
二级
to
战
me,
犯
I feel like that means that they're a new player, but they said they've been playing since set 1. And I guess I didn't know how to react to that. I said, like, if that's the case, then you've had a pretty good TFT life.
100%的
上晚了呀，这个没有上晚了。 这个梅尔来到的那一刻就该上了，下先知上都行。
But it's all good. It's just people's personal opinions. Some people just hate 6 costs.
这里上已经来不及了，叠不出来。这里硬生生的想。
I think. Oh, Victor, nice. Now I guess he wins. Oh no, he has Victor already. And he has 500 cash out, and he has 8 Silcos. But yeah, I personally think the worst thing they ever added to the game was the ability to lose LP. I think that's the worst thing they ever added to the game. Personally. But that's just my opinion. You'll get a Silco at 300. Oh yeah, you're right. He can actually just play it for the cash out and eventually get a Silco.
这波估计要被印象送。性格都2星女警，还太高了。
但是他的基础质量是比4要高的。
You know what? Okay, I know that he got third, but this guy went first in my mind. The sniper Twitch player, because he is Xunge, the 7 world champion, because he cooked. Sniper Bruiser Twitch. But like he went for like the 4 snipers. I would love to see him go for a 6 sniper, but part of the reason, like, I'm pretty sure he would have won the game if the Chem Baron player didn't have the Chem Baron, because he would have beat the Renata player, and the Renata player was beating everybody else. And he had good matchups. So in another world, that Twitch actually won the game.
这一把也是李毅给我们展示了一个非常稳的一个练金的一个打法。500层直接。
Why is the Renata comp positioned like that? Oh, hold on, I'm gonna run some ads between games. Then we got game 5 coming up. But you position Renata like that because you maximize her shield value. She always shields allies that her gun passes through. All right, last game for the CN VODs, and then we're gonna go to play some Christmas ladder games.
这不后2个海克斯他其实全部让的都行，他最重要的就是一个底层的魔杖，其他的海克斯像什么四费增援拿来买希尔克。
You have a 2-star 6 cost? Yes, you can.
淘汰的可能性，或者晋级的可能性。这把是。
Okay, so this last game coming up is what?
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Crab Rave, Scuttle Puddle, Jinx.
像 Broken 也是前面
Berluche, thanks for the prime.
然后他就现在吃了一把第2，也是让自己回归到这个竞争的行列当中，也是存在。是的，最后一把是河蟹局。
感觉今天的城邦都
All right.
半平庸。
Scuttle.
都还不错。
Puddle. Or maybe it's Crab Rave, I'm not entirely sure.
迅捷蟹2把，然后上把是漫游，然后以及一个精密地院，还有发条猴子。
这一把是谁老八谁尴尬？像就除了那2个人的话，其他人老八都会直接就是稳定淘汰。
It's a way to reward high econ and tempo. Otherwise, you just get outscaled by whatever is S tier. Mechanics like sys cost that allow high econ player to convert seems good for design. Whoa, that's an unpopular opinion. It's good for design. You know what? I salute you, Taffy. I salute you. That is legitimately a hot take. You know what you should say? You should say before that, hot take colon. That actually might be a real TFT hot take. Most people hot takes are so cold. They are room temperature at best. An actual hot take.
这里谁是鱼？你说清楚。
不好评价。
All right, Amumu 2.
行。
Okay, so Scuttle Puddle, high cap situation. We've had some pretty high power portals today. We've had Ambessa, we've had Gold Subscription, we had Scuttle Puddle twice. This lobby today just feels like it's a bunch of resources. Bunch of resources.
依然能吃利息，但是没必要留对子打连胜。
想留一下对子打工。
毕竟他是迅哥是积分优势最大的人嘛，他只要可能前6他都可以稳进。
That's what 5 cost used to be until they fixed that and they re-added 6 cost now because they were wrong. You heard them. Because they're wrong. Subscription service. Ghost of Friends Pass. Has anyone picked Ghost of Friends Pass in the new patch? I don't think I've even seen it as an option.
这把直接拿人彩门票找个赌狗玩吧。
I haven't even seen the option. I'm not entirely sure if anyone's picked it. 2 level ups. Prismatic Pipeline, Upward Mobility, all econ, all econ. Someone guy took Living Forge on the bottom left. And he took DFG. Sniper's Focus. It's a Nocturne game.
狙手，
Or Mordekaiser game.
格雷这里是
但是玩梦
升级了
魇有可能递不出来会老趴的呀，主要这个有点不太稳啊。这
It's fun to write wrong stuff here, just like hating soju in chat.
羽翼、人才、管道。
I got it. So is that what's going on? I have a brigade of chatters who just love typing wrong opinions to get me all worked up. I just see if they can get a reaction out of me. Is that what's going on? Bad takes in Frodan's chat. Just watch him grapple with deciding whether or not to answer
大家
that.
一起开游戏的像这一把这种局啊，很大概率就是这两个没有压力的人他就乱玩，然后他们可能
Caretaker's chosen.
那么在
I don't think I've taken this one in a while either. They did buff it to give you the rating on level 7, which is actually a big deal because you can hit it on 3-5 as opposed to like 4-1, 4-2. But I will say that it still feels to me a little bit on the weak side. Only because by the time you get the rating item, you might already have a situation where your item commitment is too deep. Let's say you have Last Whisper and you have Sunfire, and then you open up Radiant, Morello, Sunfire, Red Buff, and like Even Shroud. And you're just like, oh my god. That's the part where it feels bad. I guess you could always like save a Reforger to see if you could reforge those items if you don't need it, but it just feels bad in those situations.
这边这个落手有没有可能没什么必要上的？
Frodan, if rerolling isn't just always prismatic ticket if available,
除非你遇到很多很多的，
you're talking about like on a prismatic start, do you always take prismatic ticket if you are rerolling? No, sometimes if you're rerolling, you take something like prismatic pipeline or even living forge. So like if you have because those things might help reach the conditions for like a nocturne, for
给
example.
了大头跟飞机啊，还不错哦。
But prismatic ticket is pretty good. You could also hit prismatic ticket also at gold tier. It's called Starry Night. You can just take that
来
too.
个 EJ 就直接明朗，很舒服啊，这两张适配卡来的。
是的。
You can be 10 times as mean as Miss Wang when someone stupid gets you worked up, so it's actually very entertaining. Oh, me? You're saying I'm 10 times as mean as Emily? Wait, really?
羽翼不会想玩练大塔，
You guys think I'm 10 times more mean than Emily?
那么可能会卡到场上不知道谁，不知道跟谁对冲。
Well,
场上还会加练拉塔。
I mean, that makes sense actually, because
对他来说的话，
as you guys know, women are not allowed to be mean on the internet.
确实
Because then they're bitches.
冲突给你我也
But when men are mean on the internet, they are entertainers. So that's how that's how it works. I didn't write the rules.
但也不好上东西了。拉手上即刻，
应该不太会拉，拉的太穷。哎，真拉。
很合理啊，主要是他有个拳套可以，
I remember when Frodan gigaflamed me for complimenting him.
要不稳住。
Yeah, but that's because that's how you know that we're friends. At least that's what every TFT toxic TFT player tells me. It's like, no, it's because I like you. It's because I like you. It's because we're cool. We're friends. Yeah, talk about win-win.
血入对手5只，没有嫖到 EJ 啊，可惜。
这里会选择上炮手吗？应该不会。
即刻应该是比炮手好的，
Someone's gonna clip that out of context? Nah.
毕竟他是
I'm not really like a people don't clip chimp me. That's just not what we do around here. Okay, subscription service into Corky
关键装备
Sentinels.
这边能不能碰到
Academy
把游戏断一断？
Another Renata player. I think China has one Renata player every lobby, no matter
纳
what.
塔
Shojin,
拿眼泪的时候就感觉
Shojin, half of an Archangels. It's a Renata game.
啊不，就人才管他最好是出节奏升级。
节奏升级。
You're definitely not meaner than her, but you get the deadpan counters down
然后
flat.
给那种什么五费。
I actually, the thing is, I actually have never really, I don't really see Emily being mean, or at least I never interpreted her as being mean.
确实。
But I guess
这边
that might mean that I don't watch her that much.
还有个阿卡，
I feel like I do watch. I feel like I watch a lot of other TFT streamers a pretty decent amount, but I guess I have them on as background. Sometimes I don't like. I like mute them.
主要海克斯自带抗性，
但不好做装备啊。
Maybe this is the part where I tell you guys that I actually mute almost every TFT streamer. the only other streamers that I don't mute.
像机器人这种
I
的这种肉毯，
think I don't mute. I definitely don't mute Soju, and I don't mute Dish Soap. Hello.
看他怎么选择吧。他其实可以不玩梦魇。
Oh, great.
他自己不服啊。
She's gonna come by. Okay, cool.
行，那就
My mom is sick, but it's not. She's COVID negative, which is a good thing. And because she said negative and it spooked me for a second, but you know it's always inverse. So that means that she'll come by and we'll just have to be extra safe around it. It's probably just a common cold. It's fine.
应该是有个橙装，然后加一大堆可能是卡，因为他这里钱很。
Oh, I don't mute because TFT streamers are annoying. I mute because my baby is now old enough where, you know, he's just responsive to the audio around him. And I just have to be mindful about that, you know? I told you about the time where one time I was taking care of my baby late at night when he was staying up and Setsuko was online, and then he started crying because Setsuko was raging. And so it was like yeah, it was like a really bad feedback loop. So I had to mute it. And all of a sudden I understood what it was like when Bryce said that raising twins is hard. At that moment I was like, yeah, I get it, Bryce. I totally get it. Because Bryce's twins, when one starts crying, there's a pretty decent chance it triggers the other twin because they start getting annoyed or impatient, so they start crying, and then it just becomes like this feedback loop.
他其实递的不是很好，他当时是90多块钱递的，只有6张新记得。
Frodan's baby is gonna grow up talking like TFT streamers. How sad would it be when Milk and my son are queuing in the same lobby and they have the same vocabulary range? When did the kids start TFT bootcamp? Pretty early. As soon as he's able to understand how to put sets of 3 together, we'll get him started. We'll get him hooked on Mahjong. We'll have him play TFT. We'll play sets. We'll play all the we'll play Connect 4. Try to get his brain matching things early. Okay. Caretaker. This is all over the place. Archangels, IE, Edge of Night. He made 1 item for every type of setup. A melee carry, a backline AD carry, and an AP carry. He's probably playing emissaries. When your items are this disorganized, or rather, okay, disorganized is a pretty harsh way to put it. When it spreads this wide of a net, it's probably emissaries, so that way you can play like a little bit of everything. But even then, in emissaries, you're not looking for archangels. But to be fair, if you're playing Scuttle, Puddle, and caretakers, and you get dropped rods and tears, what else are you gonna do with them? If you want 2 kids, wouldn't twins be maximum efficiency? Don't worry about getting through the toddler years twice. Yeah, except your toddler years with twins aren't twice as hard. It is every kid on top of each other isn't just, it's not linear scaling. It's multiplicative, exponential, logarithmic scaling even. 2 kids at the same time is infinitely harder than just 1 kid. I promise you that. You're thinking that like, well, 1 kid is this difficulty, so 2 kids should be twice as difficult, and that's it. You just get through it and you're good. It's not true, man. It is not true. It is not true.
万一上去2星盖伦，2星安培萨。
反正法系阵容的装备都是通用的。迅哥还在连胜，那他就稳稳拿下一个复活赛的名额了。
迅哥熟悉的节奏来了。哦有盖伦，很合理。
Like because 1 kid when they start having problems,
我的天哪！
it's like because think about it this way: when you're a parent, oh, he actually opens up another one. I would probably take Trenchcoat here and just go for Mbessa. I think it's pretty obvious here. Oh wait, actually, never mind. I thought that this was the Caretaker's ally player. I mean, Trenchcoat's still good. Just play Conquerors into Mbessa, right? and then flex whatever else you need with around the
有
traits.
可能是个蓝发。
Either emissaries or just push tempo and play for 5 cost. I think that's underrated. We've seen China do it a couple times. They just played no Conquer Emblem
甚至有可能
Conquerors
没先知啊，反正对
It's
他来
fine.
说是乱玩。
嗯，不知道什么
if you're ahead on tempo. But
还挂着3念。想干嘛？
the thing about Parenthood is that
好有一张下
you do not, under any circumstances, want to go to true zero. You never want to roll down to true zero in TFT or in Parenthood. If you roll down to true zero on energy,
羽翼5张念
you are fucked. And if you have multiple kids, because then you'll never recover.
这边
You'll
上
never
进心
recover.
是
Your
在
econ energy, you'll never make
连
interest,
胜一点
and you're just screwed for the rest for like until the next bailout, which might be like some holiday or something like that, and then you're just cooked.
他这个装备
So with multiple kids, you are more likely to have to roll the true zero every turn, and it's just miserable, man.
放进心
So
的
you
上酒所以就算你4
you
个酒了
definitely people who are like, yeah, just have twins. You just don't know what you're talking
不管
about.
老鼠
My wife was in the same boat. She wanted to have twins. She's like, babe, if you
血
could,
量很高，他这个
I'll
放进心
take 2 of your best swimmers. And I'm like, I think only 1 is necessary at this point, because if we double up,
而且他女警
I don't think we're ready for that.
独家主要是独家太重要了。
纳什做了，
那时也可以的呀，那时铁男嘛。老鼠
I had my son when my daughter was 18 months. It was a rough time, and it's still rough.
反正就是飞 3
Yeah.
苹果跟老鼠，看着好像是独家。
蒙多可
You
能
hear that? That's a cautionary tale from Saint Nicholas.
就会拿它干嘛？
反正偷东西，这个 Nico 跟这个
It was rough. It still is rough, but it was rough too. The Mitch Hedberg.
80多血，完全够啊！这个选秀回来之后上人口，先第一波质量保。
All right, here we go. Gold. Oh, prismatic gold. Okay, so it tones it down a little bit. Tones it down a little bit.
双牌的话可以的。第一个两
Did
星
someone take another anomaly?
小杨拿了4倍增援，拿了个希尔科好像。
Bronze for life.
双牌2个女警了，润的。
Bulky
就
buddies.
信哥竟然没有走出10连胜。
Okay, pretty decent default board.
不知道被谁断了。恩白那里有点世界名化了。
Akali 3. Oh, I don't know about that, man. I feel like we want Nocturne 3 much more than Akali 3.
可以吃这个吧？
要不把盖伦
Oh,
带回来
LDP on
带
this?
回来安倍萨是要把它换掉。
Okay.
没有无尽。
Man, I'm getting more dogged
Naked
again.
Akali, long distance pals, no items. I feel like I'd rather have an item like Archangels on it to scale, like, 'cause at least then it scales.
没等到无尽，还好 Boken 过来缓了一下。
Yeah.
多搞点钱，无尽肯定是要的呀。
But whatever, it's fine. His spot is still pretty decent if you can hit Nocturne 3.
嗯，同样这里有点
Renown, thanks for the tier 1.
那同
At what level do you roll to hit your kids?
给他吧，
It's different for each
本
player.
来就低
Kind of have to evaluate your spot,
羽翼
your econ.
该删的已经都删了。
是的，要不这里再
You have to,
低一点
yeah.
上
Don't.
上面
The
再
thing
低
is, when you're rolling down for family, though,
不该删的也删。
don't feel like you get suckered by lobby tempo. Everyone's gonna feel like you have to evaluate based off the lobby tempo. Everyone's like, oh, you're 25, you have no kids. What are you doing?
那后面换个2星大
Don't get suckered by that.
带装备还是很舒服。也是没地道。
Play your own game. Play your own game.
这波能不能过这个辛吉德呀？哎呦，直接秒掉了，斩杀掉。但是还有2个3星前排顶在前面，列
太
纳塔在那里打
硬了。
阿卡丽，已经刮到列纳塔，但是好像挂掉了。
Oh, this Kog'Maw? This Kog'Maw?
大家都在
Oh! Very close, very
不过
close.
如果上四哨兵的话，应该是输不掉的。
First set of TFT. Thanks for the content. Been learning a lot. No problem. Been great having you.
恩白缓了一波。
Welcome to TFT.
有一个蚂蚱，
See, I think I've been getting a lot of comments in chat saying that they're new to TFT, and then there's a handful of people being like, I don't see new TFT players anywhere. I don't see that advertising. I'm curious where the disconnect is, because both of those things are true. I'm not saying that those people are lying, like there's no advertising. Just I'm curious how, I guess, Riot is doing it and how people are encountering it.
嗯，
TFT is a great game, and I hope that it stays around for a very long time.
相当差。
Who knew TFT has so many parallels to life? The reason why I'm so good at using TFT analogies is because Milk is one of my closest friends in TFT, and it's the only way I can ever explain concepts to him. He just does not understand the actual explanation, And so I have to use a TFT analogy
这边打到了再缓
for
的
almost
多可能
everything that he ever asks about.
刚好吹风也把马达吹起来了。
Whether it's
进化
like
使用得很慢被杀
parenthood or travel,
三狂徒加那个
lifestyle,
大概
finance,
硬
politics, science, and technology. Like it's like literally everything. I have to use a TFT analogy for all of it.
团挺多波，但是
That's why I've gotten pretty good at being able to summon it like on the
那
spot.
不错呀。
它血量怎么这么低啊？
看一下异变，
流不浪费？
We're at 5 gold. We can't roll that much.
哎，刚才那个也行啊，刚才那个
Oh, deep roots? Don't mind some deep roots on triple warmogs, Garen.
就是先跳出战场，然后再跳。
Yeah, so this guy's doing the thing. He's playing emissary into with like the caretakers here. I feel like it's not high enough
哎
tempo
刚才那个也行啊
and it's not
这个
high enough
拿
resources
这个
to justify the lack of tempo sometimes.
就是先跳出战场，
And then you get to this point and you miss and you just go away. Like, this is just another emissary
也
eighth.
有海克斯，
哎呦，终于玩出来他这个
This is my first
想
TFT
法这样
set.
子
I'm plat 1, almost emerald off of watching just you and Soju. Nice.
铁怪
You came to the 2 right channels
星球
for learning.
有人报的是 Nico，
6 automata rumble. Oh,
有海克斯的兰博
Rumble 2
很厉害，
interesting.
只不过差个法爆吧，这兰博伤害没有那么高。
Yeah, emissary without econ, I think is very, very risky. I would rather take caretakers into
看到一个炼金吗
a line that naturally plays for win streak, so something like conquerors,
烫进去
because you're incentivized with conquerors
强度太
to
高
push levels, so that way you can win more and get more cash out and snowball your lead. And that caretaker's favor will get online pretty quickly. And
已经被
conquerors have so many different ways you can use a bunch of items. If you get AP, you can backline Swain, or save it for Mordekaiser with attack speed items. You can put things for, you can take like a bunch of bruiser fighter items for Mbessa. You can do AD backline.
这边只要 broken，
That's like an example of like what I would do with probably caretakers chosen and not necessarily emissaries.
就没
But
有
to be
前线
fair, it is Scuttle Puddle, and Scuttle Puddle is one of the better. Scuttle Puddle is one of the better portals for
这边是一个外交统领，
emissaries.
外交统领，反正就是有什么用什么。勇敢去飞。
Watch Frodan learn TFT. Watch Soju to learn vocabulary.
这边无尽飞机杯肯定可以没问题的。
Yes. Any thoughts on the new Urgot reroll comp?
这两星要
I asked Dissoap about it. We talked about it.
感觉一直都是在八
You want me to leak the comms between me and Dissoap?
我看勇敢去飞好像这几把全部都是基本上都是外交官。
对外交，然后8级猛打。
反正就是各种不同的。
I'm gonna need some gas.
无尽是直接
Type
给
pause
到
champ if you want the Dissoap tech leak.
比较想装备集中化这样
I need a
子
pause champ.
给
I'm gonna steal a move from Box
更
Box
好的装
here.
备可以拆
飞机反正只要
I like
打
that.
一个
He always says
伤
pause
害
champ, so when he needs a little bit of moment to stall.
迅哥这边在偷大头，
All right, here we go. Here we go.
想那个 broken 是什么情况啊？
Me and
如果死
Dissoap.
的话我兄弟有
Have you
危
seen
险
this
呀
build yet? The stats on it are pretty good, and this is the Urgot reroll comp with this. Dissoap said, I am extremely skeptical of it. I remember playing from caretakers on PB scrims and winning, but I got to 7 experiment. I remember that game. I was in that game.
沃德凯撒
Dissoap actually tried it. He said he scammed a 3rd, could have easily been a 5th.
好像跟你一直无法
I
打，确
hit
实
both Tristana Urgot
太稳。
with 3 items on 4-1. I don't know. It was okay. I got Giga stat checked on stage 5. Seems kind of
他直接那
baity.
个金克斯完成了
And I asked what
95
anomaly. It says heal and stun on takedown fell fine, but I think armor and armor above 50% is bis. Like I play this from Warwick and counter 8 streak. Wait, that's actually a really high roll
上
spot.
兵就没玩过，
It says this is like high C to me.
但是怎么说？
So
这
yeah,
边好像只有
from the
一万
PP himself, high C
马
tier.
马打两星，马打跟兰博这两个东西，如果能2的话，才是最大。
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
还是有点那个。
迅哥这里的 Nico 是用掉了，那就
Loku Guts.
不然他
他选择了
Nico
保
更
险。
Merry Christmas. Thanks for 11 months, man. Appies is spamming Urgot reroll for weeks. I love his version. What's Appies Urgot reroll version?
这版本没有一套95是行的，也就是这一套哨兵95还行。
Are you guys satisfied by the answer, or do you guys feel like that wasn't good enough?
太贵了，而且
I feel like it's good. That's I mean you get thoughts from the champ himself. Shojin, Deathcap, and
这
DFG.
个 Nico 应该
The
是
sad
时间不太
Silco
好
because Silco ramps up like the equivalent of like a DFG and Deathcap really
反正他的
fast with
底没有
mana.
希望进前2了。
But I guess the damage amp and Piercing Lotus and Blazing Soul. It's just a lot of AP.
黑白又被入了一
Can't be that
波
bad.
现在
Broken 这波好像就是打赢了 N 白。
What is this
Oh,
disto
how
guy
easy.
talking about? Talking about
然
Urgot.
后他
Talking
这
about
个质量
Urgot.
其实确实蛮吓人
There's a version of Urgot that
因为
people
他
are
的
trying
蓝
out
很重要
where you
然后
just
他打
straight up
他打
play
也很重要
Urgot and don't force Hunger for Power.
没有。
Oh, Automata
白
plus
又
one?
是海克斯
海克斯转
白
And I don't know. I don't think it's that good
有用吗？
personally.
他
I've watched people
他这个
play
刚
it.
好能用上
I
他
went
他能
8th
做
and that guy
到
went like 5th or 6th. And I'm pretty sure if I didn't load roll so hard, that guy was probably gonna go 6th or 7th. So I don't know. It doesn't feel that good to
黑白
me.
如果拿到
Maybe
黑白
it
拿到
is
这个
good
海
if
克斯转的话
you
优化
understand the
有没有办法
right scenario. So for example, one person
看一下
brought up yesterday repeatedly that Urgot Trubis
在这里第一
is
个骂到
3 Sterix gauge. Urgot Trubis is not Titan's BT gauge. It's actually gauge.
毒灯也行吧
And so like
那
if
把
you
海克斯
actually
给
have the spot, you're not supposed to try to play him with generic stuff. You're supposed to play him with,
海克斯闪
you know, like that. And like maybe you play Unleash the
打
Beast,
呗
gauge.
具体怎么地？
把钱递完吧看看有没有
And
办法
then you like take
打了迅哥，
other,
应
you
该
know,
是
tank
比较平衡
augments on him or
但
anomalies on
是
him.
NZ100这边好像更平庸啊
We got a coin flip Gambo in the house. Okay, who wants to do some Christmas gambling? Heads or tails? And then they'll flip it.
哎但是 Broken 摔了
Broken Broken
Oh,
也
the
倒下
the
了
Nocturne player is dead. What the heck?
Broken 跟童阳都没有
Really? He lost to Corky. I am very surprised. Dude, Heimer wins those?
怎么说能不能够
Insane.
哎但是
It's the
Broken 摔了
double JG tech. It's the double JG tech. Also, it could be the fact that
就没
the
有
Nocturne
办法
player is
就
really
看
far
你
behind tempo.
没有任何变化。
童阳跟 Broken 都没有
Appy's treats Urgot as a backliner. So prior it was IE and damage or Quicksilver. Basically, roll for Urgot and Nunu on 7 and flex around a lot of other carries. Best is 4 artillers on 8 with GP, Elise, and Nunu. So it's the same concept as what that the board that we saw does, except he just plays Urgot in the back.
琉璃这边已经上到
And he wants to
11了呀
tank Nunu.
可能2006费啊
And he's willing to play a bunch of other carries.
想追3星兰博，他5张兰博。
搞得这么大
迅哥很稳啊，好像一直
Well, if
是
he's
在
playing Hodge is Omnivamp.
4第
But
第4
I see what you're saying, which is like BT is is defensive Omnivamp because it gives you a shield, and Hodge is offensive. It gives you like combat stats. I guess everything's combat stats. It gives you offensive stats. In general, Bloodthirster is always better for units that it's just better for melee. Just as a general rule of thumb, Bloodthirster is better for melee units that get into the
比
fray
如说河蟹局这种土狗这种
because the shield on Bloodthirster is really valuable to keep them alive.
加上是
And then Hodge is much more for like the bursty
火器
want to hit really hard because you're gonna rely on the Omnivamp to. Oh,
两
nice.
性女警可以换飞机
Oh, never mind. I thought he
换
was running for Caitlyn too, but I guess he's not because he's playing a different build.
这里也是拉
Hodge is
满
better for like the bursty crit damage, kill in one hit type of stuff, or
都
like
要
units that stay a lot
没
safer.
有地道。
I actually think Hodge is an underrated item on Corky,
河
because
蟹局的升级了确实
Corky does a lot of if you build a lot of the IE setups on him and like the way things splash in the meta right now, I actually think Hodge is underrated on him. Like I think one build that actually I played the other day that I thought was pretty good was IE Hodge Guardbreaker. I thought that was like really good. Oh shit, coin flip into Tails.
蓝宝
Tails never fails. Yesterday was Heads
直接上
Heaven.
蓝宝7只
Today is Tails Town.
不要了
勇敢去飞那里
So
是
3 Sterix, True Biz, Urgot. So I could pull up the stats.
感觉等
it's
勇敢
it's a
去
little
死了可以
bit
直接买了头发了
ambiguous.
反正也进了。
But if you were to pull Urgot and just look at his stat line right now,
有好的交流。
just baseline Urgot,
反正确实也不影响任何东西
Urgot 3 Experiment,
你可能选手
right? Because you might hit him in pit fight or something like
琉
that.
璃这边可能
Urgot 3 Experiment, and you would look at the best performing build it implies that triple Sterix is this. It implies it. It's not true. It actually and get this, it's even better than Radiant variation.
5卖就算了。
Night Savior, thanks for the gifted subs, man. Merry Christmas. And it's like way better than the Titans BT Sterix by like a huge amount.
最大成的样子啊。
So
他好像前面
it's implied that triple Sterix gauge is Bis Urgot.
这边肯定打不了琉璃，琉璃10级6海特斯还有个维克托打。
Isn't that skewed by the augment? Well, there's no way to tell. That was my conclusion. I said how much of this is play rate because you know there's
越来越高的。
you never and the answer is we don't know because
很远。
augment stats are hidden.
这边肯定打不了琉璃。琉璃
All right, Blazing Soul,
还有个维克托打控。
6 Automata, clearing a... You know, honestly, this board kind of cooked, didn't it? It's he played Corky Silco.
最大成的
Really interesting build. Corky Silco,
10级
Emissaries.
6海特斯还有个维克托打控。
嗯，
这个兰博也是6海特斯的。
This guy is really cooked.
输出都是
Interesting.
可持续，越来越高的。
Radiant items are kind of bad.
恭喜
What do you
琉璃
mean?
在第5级
Like bad on
成功
Urgot?
登顶用他一手
Can't be
最
that
爱
bad.
的海格斯95，
We know the Riot Secret server where you get all the stats.
但是都没有玩成功。
Bro, I get no stats, man. I get no
把
stats.
海豹的转职，然后又有钱。
I'm kind of sad that they don't have endgame screens because I would love to look at some of the boards that people build. But Emissary into Corky...
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Emissary Corky Silco is not really a
再
thing.
加2个金球，2阶段1个，3阶段1个。
Rock Hard Buff Cowboy. 9 months together.
因为这
Amazing.
把
Thank you,
可能大
man.
部分人都想的就是我保血就行。
What'd you get your son for Christmas? We got him a book and we read it to him yesterday. It was about latkes, you know, for Hanukkah. And we got him some other stuff that I don't want to spoil in case he's listening. I mean, he's 7 months old or almost 8 months old. Oh my God.